Smaller in number are we, but larger in mind.
Right.
Smaller in number
Oh,
are
we're
we,
back in.
but
Oh, we're
larger
in
in
now.
mind.
It went loopy. The light was on. It was working a minute ago, and now
Smaller
it
in number
wasn't.
are
But
we,
yeah, you should be okay
but
now.
larger
Yeah, I
in
wasn't
mind.
muted actually. It was just a flipping crazy computer. Anyway, right, that's me talking to myself for 2 minutes. Oh my god, I've been there before, haven't I? Anyway, I want to talk about the fact that education seems to be going down the pan I was about to say United Kingdom. I would say more England, really. And this isn't just a recent thing. Although I would argue during Labour's time, it was, yeah, that's going to be on straight away. Cheers for sending that over, mate, because obviously without that, I'll still be talking to myself. The meter's going up and down as well. It's just the output wasn't. So I didn't notice. So anyway, my light was on as well. Yeah, I'm one of the ones at school who were left behind. You know, and same with my dear missus as well. We both struggled at school. We were sort of like, I don't know, late blossomers, I suppose, and I didn't really bloom until I went to secondary school. So everyone sort of clicked and came into place. By that time, you've lost a lot of time, haven't you? You've lost a lot of education. Now, when I was in primary school, the teacher said, my mum and dad went to a parents' evening. It's probably the only one they ever went to, probably because they were called in. And says, well, they want to see my work. Can I see Marcus's work then? And says, well, there isn't much, to be honest. They go, and but look over here. Don't worry about him. Basically, they wrote me off academically because I'm a maker. I do things. I make stuff, and I made this lighthouse, and I think I told the story before. Actually, I made this lighthouse, and it all worked and stuff. Little light come on. And this was only in primary school, and I had a lot of clear egg box carton on the top, and it was one of them situations where they thought, you're gonna be all right then, Jack. You're all right, Jack. You're gonna work with your hands, which is okay, fair enough. It's very true. But you know what? What would have been really handy, because working in the construction industry and what have you, it would be Pythagoras theorem and what have you. That would have been really handy. Yeah, the fine square. But no. In their wisdom, they thought, well, anyway, they kind of wrote me off, really. They thought it's going to take a totally different path. And that's a failure of school. I mean, it should never have been allowed. It really shouldn't. That's why we have curriculums and Ofsted and stuff like that these days, even though that's kind of gone to the wall. Now, my dear wife has worked in the schools, as you already know, and she's going to be joining me today. And I'm not just talking about schools, about other stuff. I'm talking about the fact that we seem to be going down a path that isn't necessarily going to help our future prosperity for England, which also affects the whole of the United Kingdom, to be fair. Anyway, let's bring in the chat after I cocked up that I did. Oh, what an idiot that I am. Oh, dear, never mind. Say la vie. Let's bring up the old chat. There we go. Let's bring it over there so I can see it. Let's minimise that down a little bit. Oh, this one I feel like, crikey, how many times have I done this now? There's me talking to myself. Feels like when I'm in my workshop talking to myself, or when I'm talking to my dog expecting him to reply, because he doesn't. No. Anyway, let's get the old chat window up, and so you can see for yourself as well. So I think we're failing. I really do. That is pretty much my premise on this. Is well, I say we are failing. I think we do have to take some responsibility, but also the government clearly has failed. In fact, it feels like they've given up, if you ask me. So, back to the chat. Hey, we have a chat. Let's move it over there. Down there, like so. On top chat, let's put it onto live chat. And put that over there so I can see who we got. And we've got 51 people there already. But listening to a vacant space. I might have to clip the front of this video. Which means I'll lose the chat replay. Right, okay. So let's make that a little bit bigger and see who we've got here. Oh, bigger. Is it too big? Or is it too small? Oh, maybe. You getting dizzy yet? Oh, dear. Crikey. Right. Yeah, like I say, my dear Mrs. She's going to be joining us later. And, there we go. No sound, thanks. Right, the first... If I saw that, maybe I'd have dealt with it straight away, but I didn't. Now, something to do with the USBs. I pulled the plug out and put it back in again, and that was right. So, obviously, it had a hissy fit. So, no sound, thank you. Yeah, sound. It's the sound of silence. Yes, it was. It's my fault. I do apologise. No sound. Have I gone deaf? Yes, you've got deaf, lefty boater. Oh dear. Okay, boot. Number 3. Oh, cheers, number 3. £2. Oh, that's what I've got to do every day. That's how I get my super chat started. That's what I've got to do. I've got to be silent. It's my dastardly plan. That is, yes. Oh, talk to myself again, says Wim. Thanks for that, Wim. Yes, I was talking to myself. I know now that I do. Right, so he's in a rut. I was, yeah. If he does good here, I'm fine. Good evening, all. $P. We got a couple of spanners here. That's nice to see. Lefty boat, at least he hit the live button. Yeah, I did hit the live button. Don't worry. I had the I went live, but first what you do is you start your streaming first. Yeah, it's like crossing the flows. You start the stream and then you cross the flows and start your broadcast. And then how come I didn't hear the first one? I heard the second one. That's strange. Just Kool-Aid as well, thank you. Are you doing my videos? Yes. Thanks. So there the cat. Oh dear. I can't even vote, says Jasper Edwards. No tractors. I do apologise. No. One day, I might invite Neil Parrish to the show. He likes tractors, I hear. Event, toes don't get tasted. No sound. Oh, another one, no sound. That's what I've got to do. Turn the sound off. There we go. Oh, dear. Okay, is that peaking a bit? Well, too much sound now. Let's bring it down a bit. There we go. I think that's better. Okay, I might have to bring it up again in a minute because when my dear missus comes along, she's going to be over there. And okay. Oh, dear me. I do feel stupid. I can't help it. I am. Okay. Right. Kool-Aid, English Viking, hello there. Yeah, sounds back. This is a bit fiddles. It was at this moment he realised he had effed up. Yes, Tommy Gunn. It was at that moment that I realised that I effed up. But it took, 3 super chats? Oh dear. Casper Northern, he's a member for 5 months. Yay, cheers, my friend. Billy Kershaw, stick to carpentry, says Billy Kershaw. Maybe that might be a good plan. Well, anyway, yeah. She isn't here yet, but she will be joining us probably in about 28 minutes. I do like my carpentry. You probably know I have got another channel. This is Wally Bar, and I upload a ridiculous amount of videos on there as well. And it's that channel has gone. It's doing really well actually. It's now nearly 21,000 subscribers, and 3 weeks ago it had 3.5. Was it 4 weeks? No, 4 weeks ago it had 3,500 subscribers. That's just wow. That's just unbelievable. So it's done really, really well. Lee Anderson has dropped the clanger. Well, didn't I hear that Lee Anderson, they were trying to bribe him to join the Reform Party? I did hear. So, okay, I might just have to clip that into. Let me just have a quick look. Lee Anderson. What has Lee Anderson said? Well, I'm just going to quick check. What has he said? Is it in the news? Is it in the news? And come up on the news. There you go. Come on, you. Lee Anderson, I was offered a lot of money to join. Oh, he has, yeah. He's dropped the clanger. The Reform Party leader. Okay, might have to bring that in a minute as well. We'll touch on that as well today, because it's quite funny. So yeah, anything like that you come up, we might bring it into the show as well, or after I'm done with the missus. Yeah. So, well, let's bring it into the chat. Hello, Gingers. I hope you're well. Yay, cheers. President, Viking President Stew of Stewland. Well, that is a mouthful and a half. Thank you very much. And we got number 3 poem thing. Oh, the YouTuber of the Hound waffled without any sound. His lips were moving as he was grooving in a world without any ground. Yes, my lips were moving. In fact, I was actually doing a mime. Okay. And who's Zebediah Thomas? Reform Party must be desperate, trying to bribe by Lee Anderson. Really desperate. What is it about Lee Anderson that makes them think that he is the one that you got to bribe? He's the one you got to bring on board. Why can't it be someone like, I don't know, Boris Johnson or someone like that? They might stand some chance, I suppose. But no, Lee Anderson. Oh, for God's sake, really? How foul can you go? That just tells you everything you need to know about the Reform Party, what they're about. There again, we have got Richard Lice there, haven't we? The man who hasn't got a clue what he's flipping talking about. He was going on last year, he was going on about, they could stop the boats, never mind the Dublin Accord and stuff like that. They could stop the boats because some Article 26 or something like that. Yeah, you could send them back. Didn't even have a clue what it actually meant at the time. I can't remember now myself, but that was a while ago. There you go. I wasn't the one on national television telling everybody that's what you could do. What an idiot. So, hello, Nicky. Mellow, hello there. Welcome to Slough. It's bloody empty and all shut down. Oh dear. Well, that's going to be a sign of the times to the way things are going at the moment. Shops are shutting down left, right, and centre. Places are becoming ghost towns, all turning into, well, poundlands. It seems to me. Blimey. How is Wally doing? Wally is doing okay. He has had a couple of little seizures. Nothing major. He fell down the stairs, actually, which was a bit scary. So, while he's got up the stairs, you need an audio transmitting level meter in Utah. I have got one there. But it's just me, you know? Okay, an audio transmitting level meter. I've got one right in front of me, but I've got so many screens up. When you click on one thing, it pops over the top of the other thing, and it's kind of like annoying. And also, it's not enough room. If you want to buy me a new screen, and I have another screen up just for the audio meter level thingamajiggies, for the output. I've got my output up here, yeah, and I've got my my microphone output as well. So it's all there. It's just it's a bit awkward. It's kind of, when you get all these screens up and stuff to and your information that you need, and although sometimes I don't even use it, to be honest. Oh dear, I'm gonna do it. Well, he's doing okay. He's alright. He's not great, but he's alright. Mad Monk, hello there, member for 5 months. Oh, good evening, peeps. Yes, I'm here to wheel. If any have been naughty. Oh, we've got a Scotsman in the mist with his, I don't know what they call it, like a ball of nails in it, on a bit of wood and a chain. I don't know, got wheeled it at you, that he is. Yeah. He's an angry Scotsman. Is Duke Vengeance here? Oh, dear. I suggested this before, but I'll tell you what, one of my favourite comments that I get in my videos on my other channel, right? What happens is, I do a video about using something that isn't like the proper tool. Like, for instance, this is what you got, right? And so you get a tool for that. Everyone says, oh, you can get a tool for that, you know. I know! That's not the point. Not everybody's got the money to spend on tools. That's the point, you see. But anyway, that's a different channel. Viking President Stew of Stewland. Thank you, my friend. Oh, there we come. I called Norfolk Norvey the other day, and don't take it personally, Marcus. I was only listing the Tory. Oh, sorry, yeah, Tory. The Tory counties of South East England. Oh, don't forget, we've got the flippin'. Oh my goody aunt. Got Tory Scofie down there as well, haven't we? In Norfolk. And we got Liz Truss in her Trussonomics. And her.
That is a disgrace.
It certainly is. Oh dear. That's annoying. Every time I click on that on the screen, there you go. Oh, and Nicky Burke, 30p there, he was offered the money to stay away, allegedly. Was he offered 30p? That's what he's worth. You can get a meal or two, can't he? Oh dear. I suggested this before, but we could pay you to stop talking. You could do. That won't work, no. We need to get together, my friend. I did see your message. I've just been so busy. Number 3 wants me to interview him. Yeah. He wants me to poke him with a stick. See what I can get out of him. Provoke him with a stick. That's it. Is that right, number 3? Got to provoke you with a stick. Welcome to Slow. It's bloody empty, all shut down, says Mellow. All right. Okay. Now, the education system in the UK isn't bad, let's be honest, but it's been screwed up. It really has. It's a lack of funding, and as such, we've got a situation where we've got the teachers, they're not happy, are they? You know? They keep striking and what have you, and then they get made feeble offers, and they feel abused. But not only by the government itself, but also by the pupils, in many cases. Now, my dear wife, she's worked in school, so we will talk about that. Because she's had her situations in school before with pupils. And my dear missus, she's the softest of souls, she really is. We've got a rule with an iron fist that we have. Yeah, as you heard me. You've got a rule with an iron fist, haven't you, darling? She can't hear me now. She heard a bit of my information, and then she kind of, then she's gone silent. Probably because her hearing aid just clicked in and then it clicked out again, or something like that. Anyway. But we are in a bit of this whimsical land in the British education, or sorry, the English education, where tea seems to be the staple. And exams are a rite of passage. The Tory government, it seems to be playing a game of hide and seek with the education budget. No mention of it at all by the Chancellor of the Exchequer. Jeremy, no, I can't remember. Oh, Jeremy Hunt, the Chancellor of the Exchequer. Well, we'll have a new one next week, bit like the, how do you put it? Oh, Foreign Secretary, or, I don't know. How many jobs has, whatever his name, can't remember his name. Blimey. He's had so many. He's got 4 names, 4 aliases that he has. Yeah. Crikey. What a mess. Suella Braverman, she's gone for the second time. We've got a new one of them now as well. He's been made a lord. He's now a baron. David Cameron. Blimey. It's madder and madder, doesn't it? There is like playing this like whimsical game of hide and seek with the education budget. As students, well, they navigate the labyrinth of underfunded schools and, the difficulty of actually getting exam results, in fact. Well, they find themselves equipped with textbooks that have been, survived world wars maybe, and the calculator that thinks that the Spice Girls are topping the charts. So flippin' old. The government's approach to funding resembles, a magic trick. Now see, how you don't. As the budget kind of vanishes into thin air, unfortunately, all the hopes and dreams of a well-rounded education and our children's hopes and dreams, they get diminished somewhat. we need drive. They keep telling us we've got positivity. Stop talking down Britain or England or Little England. Anyway, stop talking it down, they say. Got to be positive. It's quite hard to be positive when we're in such a negative place at the moment. It's quite difficult to see, and, how are we supposed to be positive when it isn't positive? We've taken several leaps backwards in the education system in the United Kingdom, and in particular England. Several leaps. Now, since the time of Tony Blair, where huge amounts of money were invested and got rid of all the mobiles and what have you, education. You say he was right on that, People might hate him because of the Iraq War and what have you, but he was right on that. He was. Huge amounts of money was invested in it, and it created jobs as well. And then we got, obviously, the financial crash. And then you say the government of the time gets the blame for it all. Now you could argue the same regarding COVID, the pandemic, and the government response to that. I think we can squarely lay the blame at the government on that one. We really can. Regarding the response, obviously not the actual pandemic itself. It's rather interesting, actually, to see the mess that they did make of it and how they were all pretty much happy to just see people dying. Bodies piled high. We know who said that.
Kipper!
Don't we? Well, a lack of investment, a lack of modern facilities, a lack of schools that are not crumbling around our heads. No talk of that anymore, is there? Because we've got the next dead cat thrown into the ring. Or the next world crisis. Or foreign crisis, such as, obviously, what's going on in Ukraine and Gaza. It's horrendous. But then we don't talk about other stuff. The airspace, it gets sapped, doesn't it? Completely sucked dry from other issues that need to be talked about, other stuff, local issues and national issues. Well, some schools are so antiquated, they really are. And although Jacob Rees-Mogg, I'm sure he'd be happy. Yeah, probably having a resident ghost who studied Latin or something like that. It's probably him. When it was still a living language. Now, in this educational circus that we're in at the moment. Now, I've got several grandchildren in school. So, the students are, I quite frankly, they're acrobats. Juggling, coursework, extra-curricular activities, smoke behind the bike sheds. And the constant affair of budget cuts. And the only thing soaring higher than the student stress levels is the number of missing commas in the government's promises. And the Oxford comma, or whatever it's called. Well, that's Tory Schofield. I mean, did she have a problem with that when she became the Environment Minister? Went on about the Oxford comma. As if it really matters. Yeah, I'm sure that's true. Yeah. It should really be on everybody's minds. It really should. If the government invested as much in education as it did, I suppose, elaborate excuses, next dead cat maybe, or they don't need them these days, they're provided internationally. Quite happy to pull ourselves away from local issues so we don't have to worry about those and say everywhere else has got it worse. It's kind of escapism, I suppose. Maybe the next generation won't feel like they're taking a detour through some sort of Narnia or something on the big white dog. Maybe they can get a decent education in decent buildings that aren't, in threat of actually falling down around their ears. Rock concrete. It's crazy. So what is it? Reinforced, autoclaved, aerated concrete, whatever it's called. Something like that. You know, the stuff that is crumbling or pretty much 70% of the government buildings. Who's talking about that now? It's like it's not even an issue now. When's the last time that's been in the news? A month ago? 2 months ago? It's an ongoing problem. Spending huge amounts of money just to get mobile classrooms for the students to... And this is over the winter period. It's going to be pretty gone horrible, to be fair. Although I'm sure that the actual minister involved will say, it's wonderful. The children prefer it. Oh, actually, she did say that. Well... Unfortunately, it's the situation that we're in. And we haven't really got any money to actually rectify it either. We don't even have the people to help rectify the situation. We don't have the teachers that are leaving the profession. They've had enough. It's pretty grim, really, isn't it? Now, if we don't look after the education and we don't educate our kids to a standard or to a level that promotes not just their abilities, but for the future of the country as a whole. And also, you know, it all affects everywhere. Now, we all get really insular about this sort of stuff, can't we? Oh, you know, we go and look, for instance, the EU, you get all the Brexits. They said, oh, I never want to go to there. I never go to France. I never go to Germany because they're, you know, Neanderthals. But the fact of the matter is, what happens abroad affects the United Kingdom. Look what's happening in Gaza. It affects the United Kingdom. Multicultural for a start, plus, not being funny, we import a lot of stuff from all these different countries all the time regarding Ukraine and the cost of oil. Cooking oil. Okay, it's come down a bit now. It's not quite as bad as it was, but still pretty horrendous. Heating oil, for instance, that's still ridiculously expensive. Paraffin here in France was petroleum, and that's ridiculously expensive. It's like, well, it over doubled at one point, and now it's come down to about, well, 2/3, about third more than it used to be. Used to get petroleum, you know, paraffin, 20 litres, for about around 20 euros. And now you're lucky to get below 40. It's doubled in price, really. We're just quite frustrated because we come up to the winter and it gets flipping cold, especially in these old stone houses. So anyway, oh god, the chat still. Just noticed. There's me running on that. Crikey. There we come. Hello, Leacorn. Hello there. Arr, how are the kids? Oh, I'm at Rain and Eat here as well. And Brian Maguire, hi. Hope you're well. So, I'm sure many people in here have kids, have you? It's a bit of a worry. And obviously parents need to put their bit in, don't they? They have to be involved with their children. It's getting harder and harder and harder to be involved with your children. It really is. Times have changed. We used to have time for our kids. Nowadays it seems to be, crikey, you're just constantly working because you have to. Got the choice. Not just because of the cost of living crisis. It's been going on for some time. It's got even tougher now because of the cost of living crisis and the cost of food, cost of energy, rents, etc. Greedy landlords, etc. Everything has become tougher. Can we actually sustain another hit? I don't think we can. Oh, I know what you're going to say. Oh, but. Inflation has come down to 4.6%. Well, you know as well as I do, it only means that things are going to be increasing in price not quite as quickly. And some things, such as food, are still ridiculously expensive. The UK now has to import a huge amount of food from further afield. Not necessarily from the EU anymore. It's not as easy as it used to be. It's madness, if you ask me. The whole thing has just got, well, just way out of hand. But that is Brexit for you. That's what they wanted. And that's what they voted for. I say they, as in those who have screwed the country over. Because those who didn't vote for it, quite frankly, don't want it, and they still don't want it, in most cases. It'd be a rather silly thing to do. So, back in there. Here we go. I keep clicking on the wrong bit. All right, have I missed anyone? Storm care. Hello there, my friend. Hope you're well. Jeremy Hunt just made people feel more sick with mental health disability. That's another massive, massive issue. And a huge issue in the schools as well. It is. Me and Demis got touch on that because she worked with around children that had difficulties. Understandably so, in many cases. But we're talking about adult mental health. Well, flipping hell. The pressure on people just to make ends meet now. Just to be able to pay the bills. Put food on the table, roof over their heads and all that. When it used to be the responsibility of one person in the household, it's now the responsibility of two. What happens when it becomes responsibility of three? Well, you get a second job. Do you not sleep? Well, either way, you're not going to sleep, are you? Stress, the worry and pressure, and obviously mental health. We're more open about mental health now. We are. I've talked about it myself, because I struggle sometimes. And I know loads of people do. Trying to get, pressure and worry and whatever. And bills, money. Now, I know people say money don't make you happy. It makes life sound so easier. It really does. If you've got a bit of money and you know that you can pay your bills, it clearly is going to be a downside less stressful, isn't it? It's just got to be. Although there's those out there who have the money, those out there who it's basically taking their lives because they can't cope. And yet they're very wealthy people. Everything's, is all hunky-dory. Like Robin Williams. A very depressed man. Lost his popularity to some degree and he can cope with it seems, and it's just a crying shame. It really is. Things we've got to appreciate what we've got. You've got your health and stuff like that. If you get your, pay your bills, that's really what you need. This to drive to excess, like for instance, to drive ourselves to want more than we actually need, that's not healthy. Sometimes it just comes to you, If let's say, for instance, right, it's not going to happen because it's me. Let's say, for instance, I became a famous YouTuber. Maybe I was like Andrew Tate, but in reverse. And I had all these cars and what have you. And I had Greta Thunberg sending me clever emails just to make me look like an idiot. Or something like that, More money than I know what to do with. What do you do with it? I've flipping clue. I'll be able to be honest with you. I'll be lost. I've never had loads of money. I've been comfortable in the past, but I've never had loads of money. Totally opposite now, I must say. We can't just tread water. That's what we do here, it seems. But, we don't know what's around the corner, do we? But for families who have to work full-time, for argument's sake, my eldest son, Wayne, he works, his missus works, got one child, bought a house, mortgage is extremely high, just remortgaged because he just moved. Obviously, no interest rates, blah, 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 all the usual kind of story. Loads of people in the same boat, obviously. And it's difficult, isn't it? It's got to be that the answer to this. We've got to be moving. We've got to reject some of this stuff. I think we need to be pushing back from some of this stuff. Some stuff you can't avoid. Obviously, if someone's going to charge you so much for rent and never put it up, well, what choice you got? If you're going to be charged so much for your energy, what choice have you got? But there's so much stuff that we take for granted or spend money on and stuff like that, or work to have. It's like work to survive now, not to live. It's just people in such a bad way. It's horrible to see. It really is. But that's where we are now. That's how I feel about it. And it's where do we go from here? How do we pull ourselves out of this mess? Because it's not looking like it's getting any better. Not if you look at, obviously, the fact that the debt has to be paid. Where's that going to come from? The government has been making more money through VAT and taxation. That's why old Jeremy Hunt has got an extra 25 billion squids to play with. That's what he says. 25 billion. Who's giving that money? That extra money? You have. On your energy bills. On everything that you buy. On the fact that your food has become more expensive. Oh, you're saying there's no VAT on food. What are you on about? Well, there's VAT on the transport to get it there. There's VAT and costs, what have you, to the industries that put it on the shelves. You know? There's the supply side. Everything's become more expensive. It's all VAT, it's all taxed. Now you had the... Oh, I can't remember how many billions it was. It's crazy. Whose amount of billions that Tesco's made last year? Something like 60 billion or something. Crazy amount of money anyway. A huge amount of money. Yet they only gave their staff a 60p pay rise. Average, obviously. Something's amiss here, isn't there? Something not quite right. Doesn't make us like little minions, little lemons, you know, serfs. That's what it feels like to me, that we're all serfs. All part of the cogs of the wheel, but we're not the man, you know, we're just like the drivers, and with a little pinion gear. There's a big cog, there's people like Jacob Rees-Mogg and all that, they're all profiteering off our hard work, and it's quite frankly sickening to see. Especially when we see these people, they don't behave in a way that actually is something to be respected either. Look at Jacob Rees-Mogg, for instance. Well, a bit posh, isn't he? He thinks he is anyway. Then you got Alexander Boris de Pepple Johnson, swanning about, playing about, and being trained on a pole for a pole dance by Akari. Jennifer Akari, is it? Jennifer Akari? Oh no, so I forgot. Apparently that was some kind of technology training. Apparently. Oh, blimey, what was it? 100 grand, 200 grand, something like that she got from, you know, London, when he was London Mayor. These people are disgusting, they are. Oh dear. Oh, okay. Okay, well, okay. I keep forgetting to turn this chat off, don't I? Anyway, back there we go. Who have I missed? People talk to themselves, all do to each other. On behalf of those of us who studied Latin in school, please do not equivocate me with Jacob Rees-Mogg. Hey, Brian. Jacob Rees-Mogg. Yeah, cracky. He is one foul creature, isn't he? But at least, has to be said.
They're now British fish, and they're better and happier fish for it.
Apparently, because he said so. Wow. Oh, dear. My mum had to study Latin at school. Oh, crikey, they were the days. Was it days of Tom Sawyer? Or something like that, I don't know. Did you have to take, oh, crikey, what was that stuff? Castor oil? You got to get your castor oil? Did you take your castor oil? You kept doing castor oil? Didn't you whitewash the fence? I studied Latin, says Joel, because I like history and because I like to read ancient texts, not because I want to be a British MP. Everyone to their thing. Some people are great at languages, and it'll be fun. If you can, with Latin and what have you, a lot of, obviously, European languages are Latin-based, aren't they? Even my son's... hello, Dee. Early goings in the house. Even my son's currently having to work from home most days because they found, oh no, rock concrete in the school a few weeks ago. Oh dear. But don't worry, it's been made into an academy. Oh no. That stuff is everywhere, you know. I've worked with it. I know it's everywhere. And there's obvious signs to know if it's faulty, if it's failed, or whatever, you know, if it's dangerous. There's obvious signs. But then there's signs that you can't flip and tell. You can't use sonar on it or anything like that to see the quality of the concrete because it's already full of air. It's aerated concrete. It's low. Oh, God. And when you really think about it, to me, or for me, it's a case that the rebar is never going to be gripped by the concrete. Plus, you've got air pockets around the rebar. And what have you got in there? You got water. What have you got in the in concrete? You got water. And it's all hanging around that steel in little air pockets. So it corrodes the steel, the reinforcing rods inside it. And also, it doesn't actually adhere to the concrete. So what happened? The pre-stressed, I told you this before, the pre-stressed iron shrinks back, so effectively it's not at the ends of the beams anymore. So there's no reinforcing rods at the ends. So it can just crack and fall. Just that. No warning. Or you might get a warning, but you might not. That's the risk. It's dangerous stuff. It's stupid stuff. It has its uses, but not structural. That's ridiculous. Stupid people. Stupid people. Stupid does. Cheers for that. Romans go home. Oh, do they? Go home, Romans. Yeah. And take your, I don't know, your chestnut trees with you. They give me indigestion. Although it's a good timber as chestnut. It has a grain similar to oak, but a little bit lighter. But also you can coppice it quite easily. Oh, Joe Morales, you could never be a Tory MP. You have integrity. But given the quality of the enunciation of Latin, don't ask me about that, crikey. And the idiotic, well, I'm Norfolk, okay? No, I don't speak English, I speak Norfolk. And when they use Latin expressions, they probably had a peasant take the test for them. A pesky peasant. Oh, dear me. Hello, Casper Northerner. I did Latin at school as well. I never did anything like that. In fact, when we did French, that was in secondary school, and it was lame. It really was lame. Damn, people saying hello to each other. Tommy Gunn, hello there, Tommy Gunn. I hope you're well. We need the building chat swear jar at the building chat. Hello, Top Smoke. I hope you're well. Here in Prague, students can finish the last 2 years at a trade. That's very similar here in France, where but you can choose. You could be a farmer, for instance, and you're going to an agricultural school. It seems to make a lot of sense to me. We don't have the shortages here. We've got shortages, but not to the level. 140,000 skilled workers you need in the UK. 140,000. 80,000 of them are bricklayers. Yeah, a different way of building houses. Maybe 3D printing them or something. Well, they already do that, but can't do it on scale yet. Romans take roads back. They're slippery. But you cobbled roads. At least they're straight. Mellow, Allshorts. Boris Johnson hates Marcus for president. Hates president or prime minister? I could be either. I don't know. I don't think anyone would want me to be president. Crikey, I'd cause trouble. I wouldn't be there for long. They'd vote me out. I'd get my 54 letters, whatever it is. The 1922 committee. I hate drain covers. They're slippery when wet, says Jasper. Oh, for God's sake. What? You're lucky. We've got potholes in the UK. Potholes everywhere, apparently. And little Richie Sunak in the short trousers like to stand over them, peering into the pothole that he's up in the pictures. Haven't you? We need more prefab houses. I think you're right, we do. They don't have to be crap. Some look at the hoof houses in Germany, for instance. They're fantastic. They're pretty much a prefab house, all built in factories. Quick to put up. Yeah. And you can pretty much put them up all year round. Yeah. Very quick. Within a week, you can have a house. All insulated. All lovely and cosy. All pre-wired. All with all the, I don't know, RJ45 cables and stuff. Cat 5, Cat 6 maybe even. I don't know. Makes sense to me. The idea of building with bricks just is so labour intensive and terrible for the environment. And also you can't control emissions very easily on site. It's almost impossible. It's horrendous, in fact. Cutting bricks all day long and cutting tiles all day long. All those toxins going into the air. You know. Hello, Dave McGinnis. I hope you're well. Even to you too. So. The Dean Doris needs 50 brickies in her a week to keep her going. Does she? Oh, okay. Didn't know that. Even Dave. Magmunk 33. But Allshorts, you have missed a couple of... Have I? What have I missed? Oh, Aston Care! Oh, you get gifted some more memberships. People memberships. Oh, excellent. Thank you very much, Aston. I didn't say that. What have I missed? Crikey. I've obviously gone past him. Did I skip past him, did I? Must have done. I'm scrolling up. Yay! Mad Monk gifted some memberships as well. Excellent. Brilliant. Cheers, Mad Monk. And cheers, Aston Care. Brilliant. Nice one. It's cool. Alright, hey, Pete Meyer, I hope you're well. Didn't see you there. I'm okay with a donor or a donor. And Asian food. I love Asian food. I really do. And I like doner kebabs in general, stuff like that. But also I like roast dinner as well. I like, English food as well. I never had haggis though, so I can't say Scotch. What Welsh? What do we have Welsh? Yorkshire puddings. Yeah, I had them. Oh, crikey. What's like the Welsh national dish? Maybe someone can tell me. I suppose it's pretty obvious, isn't it? I'm scrolling up. I think that was it. Cool. 5 months now, Man 33, 5 months. Good evening, peeps. Yes, I'm here to wield... Oh, yeah, I've done that already. There we go. Right. Shall I bring her in? Let me wheel her in. Oh, Caroline! She says it's about time. Oh, Caroline! Oh, no, she's going to put the wood on the fire. And I've left my drink in the... Oh, crikey. In the kitchen. See, they put wood on the fire now. Oh, I've got to put wood on the fire. Go grab us a chair. Wally would get cut. That's a good point. You've got to think about the Wally, haven't you? Plonk her in. So hopefully I don't break... Gingers, hopefully I don't break the microphone stand this time. I have got a nice strong wooden base now instead of the plastic thing. So done? Yeah, I've got your seat there to perch yourself on. Can I make a request? Don't press those buttons that stick out. Because I'm going to shut down on you. Which is pretty stupid. I don't know why you got buttons there for. That makes no sense whatsoever. Oh, don't go nervous you are. Mate, by the way, this is my other half. Yeah. She married me. Ain't she lucky? You lucky?
Sometimes.
Say yes.
I don't know.
You got to speak up.
Really? I'm lucky.
Yeah, let me turn that mic. People can't hear you. Hello?
Sometimes I'm lucky.
Sometimes?
I'm not so lucky.
What do you mean?
I don't know.
We want to know now. Look at the microphone right in front of your face, look.
Well, apparently I should be a workshop fairy.
She's my workshop fairy today. Yes, yeah, I made a video about that. I make the mess and she clears it up. Don't dumb.
Well, like generally what happens.
That is, what about in the house as well?
Yeah.
Do I make a mess in the house?
Yeah.
And do you clear it up?
Yeah.
Have I got too comfortable with that plan?
I think so.
Do I leave things laying about?
Yeah.
And then 2 minutes later they're not there?
Yeah. And then you complain because I moved them.
Because I can't find them. You can't leave anything anywhere in this house, I'll tell you. I don't. What do I say to you about my desk? Don't touch my desk, don't I? Don't touch my desk, I go. And what do you do?
Mm-hmm.
She's not short and midget, but she does, because things get moved. And I know it wasn't me.
It's untidy, look.
You are quite tidy.
That's untidy.
You can't see it, and it's a good job you can't, because it is a bit of a mess around here at the moment. It's a bit of a last minute kind of, not one that last minute, actually, was it? We were talking about this earlier. And, anyway, my dear wife here, you worked in school, didn't you?
I did.
Why on earth you want to do a stupid thing like that? They're like greasy brats.
Because it's a really lovely job and it's very rewarding.
It's a lovely job and it's really rewarding. Turn that up a little bit and I'll speak quieter. Yeah. So why is it rewarding? I don't get it.
Because children are lovely.
Oh my God. Are you okay? Got a temperature? No. Anyway, you worked with children, didn't you? In a primary school in Norfolk. Yeah. In Norfolk. In Salhouse in Norfolk. Yep. Which happened to be a little tiny school, and it was a voluntary control VC school. Yeah. So it was a VC school in Salhouse. So it's a church school there.
church governed.
Oh, church governed school. Yeah. They iron. They rule with an iron fist.
No, they don't. They're just on the board of governors.
That's it.
Yeah, they only have one person on the board. That's all. They're just on the
So
board.
you haven't got like nuns.
No.
You got no nuns.
No,
So it's not like Sister Act.
No, he just used to come and give a service every Friday.
Oh no! It doesn't have a service. Oh, brainwash the kids. I do apologise. As you probably realise, I'm an atheist.
Now, some of them didn't all. There's some children couldn't go into assembly because we had brethrens there.
Brethrens.
Yeah.
What are they?
Oh, I don't know. They wear like scarves and
They wear scarves.
long things, and someone's calling me.
If I went in with a mankini, can I have my own religion?
Someone's calling me
If someone called me, you know.
in my ear.
Caroline's hearing aid connects to her phone, and now someone's calling her.
I'll just get rid of them.
So you're going to get rid of them. How inconvenient is that? Caroline, that was very unprofessional of you. Oh dear. Oh, I need a new sidekick. I do. Where's Wally?
That's not just do the Dad.
If you want to go into the chat, you can come into the live chat. You can talk to everybody in the live chat. Oh, are you coming back now?
Yeah, that's just my daughter.
Your daughter? I thought
Our
we
daughter.
made her together, darling.
did. Our
Okay.
daughter, yeah.
I did have some part to play.
Yes, our daughter. Yeah.
Oh, okay. Oh, yes, we've got children as well who also went to school,
Yeah,
and no, they haven't.
they all went to the same
Well,
school.
actually,
They all went to the same school.
they did. Sallows School,
Yeah.
actually, where she worked at. You see,
Yeah.
preferential treatment they got.
They didn't, because I started working there when Yasmin, or youngest, was in the last year. I didn't work.
Did Yasmin put a good word in for you when you applied for the job?
I didn't apply for a job. They asked me.
Why would they do that?
They didn't even.
Blimey.
I didn't even ask. They said, "Would you like a job?"
What a job!
No, I was doing helping at dinner time, and the
Did you have to-
head
did
came
you-
along and said, "Would you like a job?"
Did you have to do like elocution lessons, like walk around with a book in your head, like my fair lady?
No, they just said, "Would you like a job?"
You didn't.
No.
Ah, damn me. That's because we're in Norfolk, you see, and we all talk like this.
They
Yeah.
had a little girl star who had cerebral palsy, and they needed
Yeah.
a one-to-one for her, and I think they just knew that I had a son who was disabled, and I've been doing a lot of volunteer at the school, and they just asked me if I was interested, and then I looked after her for 7 years.
Blimey. 7 years. That was 7 years. Crikey. Gosh, my dinner was always late on the table, you know. It was, you know.
It's
crikey.
3:30. I don't think it affected you at all.
I came home from a hard day at work, I did, expecting to be fed,
Yeah.
and she wasn't there.
Well, I was there,
Oh, actually, yeah, she was.
and I did feed you.
You did actually. Although I did cook a lot. I still do.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You did
Anyway,
like, you looked.
I do like to cook. I like because I like to eat stuff as well. You see, and I like my food to be edible.
Oh, he's
So,
on a diet. He's on a diet at the moment. He's very well. He's lost nearly 6 kilos.
I've lost 6 kilos in weight. It's now that long. It was that long, but that wide. Anyway, now unfortunately, teachers appear to be leaving school.
Yes.
Obviously, they leave school at the end of the day, but I mean, they're not
Yeah.
actually leaving the profession.
Yeah.
And
They're expected to do more and more work for one.
yeah,
A lot of people think that they go in at 9 and leave at 3:30. They have to do lesson planning and marking and all other stuff as well. I don't know when.
but the thing is, Carol, also is you've had your run-ins with it as well, but there is an increase of arrogance towards teachers and towards adults from the children themselves,
Well, yeah.
and even in a primary school,
Oh, yeah, yeah. Well, I mean,
which is quite shocking, really.
we personally didn't have much of a problem because we were a little country primary school, and that was 13 years ago. So
Yeah.
we didn't have much of a problem. But children's attitudes have changed, I think.
I think they definitely have, but also it's not that kind of starts, and you could say it also ends with some of the parents. It's not all parents, obviously. A lot of parents work really hard to make sure their kids
the
are,
majority of
get the
parents
best
are very
out of
good.
school.
It's just there is always a minority of parents who don't seem to do any support of the children at all.
Well, it's like when we were always the ones who, when they wanted extra help, like for instance, on their school trips and stuff like that, we were always the ones who were the volunteers at school. You were, weren't you?
Yeah.
You did that a lot.
Women.
You did regular swimming, didn't you?
Yeah.
A lot of parents weren't able to, because we had as I was mentioned earlier in the stream, it seems that parents just don't have the time,
No.
or the energy,
No.
or the inclination to actually participate in the education. And I think this all rubs off on children as well. And then the next generation of children think it becomes normalised and it progresses. But in most cases, it seems to get a little bit worse each time.
Yeah, but there's not many children in primary school who both parents don't work now. Most parents work, both sets of parents.
Well, you know how I feel about that.
Which is put a lot of strain on the family. The families don't get the amount of time to spend with the children to help the children, and they don't get the time to do things, do they?
No, they don't. If you're both at work, and then you're passing the responsibility of your children onto the school, or the childminder, or after school clubs, what time are you having with your child?
Well, I suppose they just put them to bed and have them weekends.
No, for me, that does kind of ring true to me. It just feels wrong. And it's
But
not.
then I suppose a lot of parents haven't got a choice. If they're both working
it's very
full
true.
times and their children's got to stay at school until 5:30, 6 o'clock, and then they're small, they're going to go home and, have a bath and a story and go to bed, aren't they?
That's how things have changed over the years. If, like, for instance, when I was a boy and I was being brought up by my parents and that, they managed on one wage coming into the household. I know we have a lot more now regarding what we feel we need to have.
I mean, both of my parents worked, but that was a minority. That wasn't a lot. Not many people.
Yeah, but they had extra money in there. They managed to get a nice big house and stuff like that until your brother stole it. And it's another story. But yeah, they worked really hard. But were they really there for you most of the time?
I didn't feel they were.
No. So it's become normalised now. Where you got both parents. Okay, if you, for instance, you work from home, what have you, it'd be different, wouldn't it? You'd be spending time with. You'll be there, available for your kid if your child needs it, or pick it up from school and stuff like that.
Time or something.
Yeah, flexible.
While they're at school, yeah.
But when you got this kind of mentality, where it's not mentality. You're right. It's a necessity. People can't afford to have one person at work.
They can't pay their mortgage unless two people have gone out to work.
Or rent.
Yeah, rent is sometimes worse than mortgage.
Well, the rent going to gobble up one person's monthly wage almost. Yeah. It's just horrendous. It's just got to a stage where you can't survive without the additional wage coming into the house. In some cases, these parents are doing double shifts and what have you, just doing crazy amounts of hours because they have to. And like we're saying about Wayne and Lisa and what have you, they both work because they have to.
Yeah, but they're quite lucky because Lisa my daughter-in-law only does 3 days a week, so she has 2 days for her daughter, and my son usually has every other Wednesday off, so he spends the Wednesday with her. So she only has to go into nursery. Yeah, but
also Wayne has a job which he can actually it's more flexible.
Yeah.
Because he's pretty much in charge of what he's doing, isn't he? So he's more flexible.
Yeah.
So
but I think they've got a happy medium. They spend a lot of time with their daughter. Plus, she does go to nursery a couple of days, so they're lucky. But not many people are lucky like that.
No, well, most people aren't, Karen. Most people are really struggling. They're really struggling to make ends meet. And we've got the schools, for instance, and with the education system as it stands, as it is, since I've got a dog whining at me. He's very distracting me.
He wants a treat.
He wants a treat, does he? He's a Wally dog. He's just there, and I can't get my worms out because he's whining. Mum, on that button. Turn the computer off. He's done that before as well. He has, little devil. He puts paw on the palm.
I was sitting here thinking, it's not just like what about single parents?
Do single parents get more financial help from the state or not? Or they get the same help?
They still have to work, wouldn't they, full time?
Yeah.
And they'd have less time because there's only one parent looking after all them the children. One or two children. They'd be on their own looking after them children.
It's a bit like Karina, really, isn't it?
Yeah,
It's, you know,
it's very difficult. We've got to help support the children with their education and look after the house and go to work. And you're just one person. It must be quite difficult for one parent family.
well, it's like our eldest daughter, Karina. She's a one-parent family, and she works full time. I've done live stream with her before. Was it last year we live streamed?
Yeah,
Last year. And she's got a fairly good job and what have you, and she works full time, doesn't she?
Yeah.
And she has to kind of work around the children, but also their dad does have them occasionally as well. Every other weekend.
It doesn't help down the week.
No, it don't help. He used to. He used to, though, didn't he?
Yeah, he stopped.
Not anymore. So that is obviously problematic. Although they're all getting older now, so they sort of long for the time when they get old enough to look after themselves.
They are old enough now,
yeah.
actually.
But then you wonder what they're going to get up to.
I suppose there is that. When they start doing their homework themselves, and you don't need to help them so much when they get into secondary school.
But do you think it's good to give kids some responsibility?
Oh no, they definitely need some responsibility.
Because we were talking about this earlier, actually, about mollycoddling. We were quite tough as parents. We were quite tough, but we were fair and we had fun with our kids, didn't we? And it's kind of, we had quite a nice balance, really, in many ways. And being someone who's self-employed, that's the other thing, actually. If you're self-employed, maybe you've got more flexibility. Whereas some people who are in full-time employment, maybe they haven't got the flexibility that I had.
If you're self-employed and your child's ill at school, you can actually leave off and go and
If I had to, I did, didn't I? You'd have to, wouldn't you?
Yeah.
But I do. This is kind of might be a bit personal. Some people disagree with this, and some people it's a bit right wing. But I think we need to be a little bit tougher. I think we do.
I agree. I agree. I agree.
He's a softie.
I agree and disagree. I think it's very. I think negativity's.
We do have to have negativity. What do you mean negativity?
Like telling children negativity is not very good for children. It's quite good if you're quite positive with them.
But that comes with strength. You don't need to be negative with it. You don't need to be how to put it forceful in the sense that it becomes threatening. You don't have to, it doesn't have to be like that. But we can give children reasons why it's a good idea, or why we say this, or why we say that.
Oh, yeah.
But you don't have to. Doesn't have to be forceful or arrogant.
No.
But I think we need to.
They probably are quite mollycoddling. I think in the UK, and I think because of the mollycoddling.
It's not obviously all families, is it?
Obviously no. I mean the whole state is mollycoddling, and then because of it makes things difficult, doesn't it?
I think we need to have more. As someone's been self-employed all my life, I've had to be a go-getter. I've had to tout for work constantly because that's just what you do when you're self-employed. Constantly touting for work. So you have to go out there and get it. And I think from what I can see and from what I've experienced with people that worked for me as well in the past, that we seem to have we seem to be losing that. We seem to be losing that ability to be able to get the next job. You want to see the messages over here, that's why. Because I don't want you to see them. Yeah. I don't want you to see them. They're there now.
Yeah.
Do you want me to scroll back, make them taller for you? There you go. See him. How about that? Should we have a look? Actually, should we go into the chat for a second? There we go. We're in the chat. Oh, what we got in the chat? Oh, up or down? Down or up? Okay.
Wherever you want.
All right, on live chat's good. Scroll up a bit. Hello, Vicky Clay. Didn't see you there. Michael.
You've gone right at the top.
Not right at the top. I just want to see where I left off.
Where did you leave?
Up a bit more.
You might.
Jury's out on Mrs. Allshorts being lucky. That must be there at the beginning. Did you feel that? Yeah.
Am I lucky now?
Are you lucky? That's for a good start.
At the beginning of
Hello, Mrs. Allshorts, says Lee Corn.
Hiya.
She's hanging around in the backstage. She is. Yeah, behind the curtain. She was.
I was in the lounge near the fire, actually.
Who's the guy with the curtain with the yellow brick road and all that?
Dorothy.
Not Dorothy, the one behind the curtain,
Oh,
pretending that he's a wizard. Wizard of Oz, you know, that geezer. Who was he?
The scarecrow.
Wife, get through her, or you can forget about your new Hoover for Christmas. Yeah, she's got a new Hoover come for Christmas, ain't you?
No, I don't want a new Hoover.
You don't want a new Hoover for Christmas?
No, I've got a Henry, and I've had Henry for...
How old's Henry now, then? Come on.
Just a minute. 26 years, and he's still here.
We've got a 26-year-old vacuum cleaner.
Yeah, so I don't need one.
Believe you me, he has been patched a few times, hasn't he? He's had a few bandages,
he
Henry.
has, but he's a good old boy, so we like him. We'll keep him.
Yeah. He's got eyes
He's
as
a
well.
keeper.
Yeah, he's a keeper. He's got eyes.
He has. Green. Got a green one.
You've been together with Henry for as long as we've been together.
What? Well, 35 years.
Oh, Caroline status quo song. Oh, God's cracky.
Sweet Caroline. Yeah.
Okay, go on then. Carry on.
No, I don't want to sing. I can't sing.
Well, she's here, Mrs. Allshorts. Whatever the Welsh national dish is, it'll be wet. I saw about national dishes in Wales earlier.
All right.
All right, here we come. Hi, Mrs. Allshorts. Hi, Mrs. Allshorts. Hi, Caroline.
Hi,
Caroline.
Hi.
Lefty po. Hello, Caroline. Hello, Mrs. Allshorts, says Reagan. I keep calling you Reagan. Regan Elite. And Lee Corn. Jury's out on Mrs. Allshorts. Being lucky. You've done that one. And Peter Dallas. Bonsoir, Caroline.
Bonsoir.
Hi, Caroline. Looking good. She's alive, just about, aren't you, darling?
Just about.
Just about. She had her problems. She's the only person who doesn't have stomach acid. She has stomach alkaline.
Caroline, tell Marcus to make you a cuppa. Marcus, do you make me drinks?
Actually, I don't actually.
No.
I do occasionally.
You might give me a glass of water if I'm
Caroline
feeling
does
ill.
make me drinks. I'll be absolutely. I'd say that. I'm in a glass. Oh, Caroline, great. She's. I'd say she's alive. Luck is relative. Yeah, I suppose you're right. Actually, it depends on. Do I feel lucky? I don't know. About context as well, isn't it? I'll give you some context. Caroline, stop enabling this narcissist. Abate a pleasant narcissist. I have my Madam Director keep me in check, says David McGuinness. And Rabinori, hello, Rabinori.
What are you drinking today?
What am I drinking?
I think he's got licorice tea. Oh,
I've left it in the kitchen. I need to go and get it in a minute.
Oh, dear.
I could probably do it because I'm losing my voice already. Academia Paradius Mea non fut. I ain't got a clue what that's. It's obviously Latin, Joel. Top Smoke. Caroline likes rewarding charity work. That's why she's married to Mark.
Charity.
I'm a charity case about it. Yeah, probably right. You do a lot of charity work, don't you? She actually, to be fair to Caroline, she's a very charitable person, aren't you? She does worry about other people all the time.
Someone see a puddy cat. Where's a puddy cat?
We do have a puddy cat. I see a puddy cat. A puddy cat, I see. Poor little puddy cats. It might have been here a minute ago.
No, it's not here now.
We do have a cat, yes, called Riley.
Please hit your like button.
Sir Larry the cat. You see, this Sir Larry the cat. Do you know who Sir Larry the cat is? Sir Larry the cat is the cat at number 10.
Oh,
Yeah.
I see.
He comes in occasionally and visits the live stream.
Does he?
Yeah,
That's
I think you knew
generous,
that.
something.
No, it's true, you know. Oh yeah, please beat the whole like button. No, yeah, don't forget to beat the whole like button. Helps the channel. And I need all the help I can get, I'll tell
Does
you.
anyone want a whining dog?
Yes, we have a whining Wally. Yes, a whining Wally just behind me. Greek lion on a pillow. Yes. Oh, so we do. 2 of them, in fact. Quickly run away, Dan.
Well, I think I should have done that 35 years ago. Probably a bit late now.
Oh, dear. Workshop Iran. A new cleaner company started working there. Sunday cleaning. Nobody could find anything until Wednesday. It was carnage.
About hiding things.
She does that all the time.
Yeah.
Sebastian, yeah, is he? Yeah, he's there. Sebastian's in the background there. Top Smoke says, I love a nun in a gas mask. What?
Oh, no, they're your naughty... Are they your naughty T-shirts? No, that's not. It's not.
That's not a nun.
That's not.
Unlike what certain trolls on YouTube are trying to do to Marcus, which is headhunting. That is very true. They are pretty much trying to shut me down. So, say to me, got a name now. What's the name of the bloke now? It's Tribal Hunt 19 something or other. Anyway.
Oh, you know him.
Oh, no, somebody who been them and his team of people have been trying to shut me down, keep me reported. He did. And other channels as well. Probably got something to do with. I wouldn't be surprised. Got something to do with Max being shut down the other day. He's my favourite. Shh! Don't tell Wally and Pandora. Oh, Sebastian's your favourite. Shh! Oh God, is that loud? Do you think they heard? I have a mate with cerebral palsy, and he's a stand-up comedian. Is that a joke?
No, I think he said he's done well. He's a stand-up comedian. One could take it on a positive note.
Yeah, I hope so. Cerebral palsy is a horrible affliction. Intelligence is all there, 100%, but our body muscles don't communicate with the brain. Heartbreaking, cruel thing.
No, it is. It is.
Matthew.
And the young girl that I supported has got a first in her degree.
Yeah.
So she did.
Oh yeah, she's got she's everything up there, isn't she? But, and the twins.
Yeah.
Yeah, and she was the one who was starved oxygen, is that right?
Twin-to-twin syndrome.
Twin-to-twin syndrome. So
yeah, and our son as well. He
that's
has
another
uncontrollable muscle spasms, and he's sort of in pain most of the time.
There's Alganga, which isn't pleasant. But another mental condition, because messed up in the head sort of thing. But he's also got degrees, so. Oh, Mellow says Allshorts. Michael Ferrari finally said something right. Hating Jeremy Hunt idea of bullying the mental and the disabled. And I say Jeremy Hunt shouldn't get paid and arrested for disability discrimination.
Yeah, well, that's another thing I was then thinking about with our son Matthew. He's sort of a bit stressed at the moment because he sent me the link saying, "Mum, look at this. Look what this is. Look what they're saying." And he's sort of worried about it. But how can he work? He couldn't work, could he?
Is that me or is that camera moves around?
Don't know.
I feel that I'm going further and further over here. Oh no, behind the chat. So move it around, not that way, let's go around that little way like that. Is that better? That's a bit better, isn't it?
But a disability thing.
Well, yeah.
Putting so much stress on people with disabilities and mental health. It's like just.
Well, it's terrible, but also,
terrible.
Like for instance, what Melanie was saying, what about the Disability DDA Act? The Disability Discrimination Act, and that was back in 1996 when it was first come into play. I think it was 2004 or 2006.
So will they be breaking? So will they be breaking that, trying to get all these people back out to work?
Well, they just changed the laws to sue, don't they? That's what this lot seems to do.
Yeah.
Because they can, because they have. Yeah, because they're no longer in the European Union. Obviously, we'll get out of the European Convention of Human Rights as well, and then they can literally do whatever they like to us without consequence.
But it's just, I'm like 100% sure Matthew will be not 100% sure. I'm sure Matthew will be okay, but that's just a lot of stress to go through in the meantime, isn't it?
Well, you've got to be assessed.
Yeah.
And that's cruel in itself. And actually, somebody left in one of the comments, on one video did about the disability. Somebody mentioned in the comments that their half or member of the family worked in the assessments. It's all been privatised. It's all been given to private companies, and they literally go out of their way to make it. So just by attending the building you got to go to, you're effectively disqualifying yourself for the allowance. Things like doorknobs, people who, Matthew, he wouldn't bet his doorknob, would he? An actual doorknob, even with the gripper.
No.
Because the hand was easy, and that kind of thing. And steps and all that, if you can get into the building, well then you're pretty much disqualified. And the one in Norwich is like that.
Yeah. Well, I phoned and said he wasn't going, and he needed someone to send someone around to the house. Yeah. It's not possible.
Yeah, you can still do that, but you have to pester, and it depends on, what area you're in as well. Obviously, we're quite fortunate in Norfolk, I suppose, in this case. And but it's the stress and the worry and the pressure, and when you've got a lot to deal with. Like, for instance, if you're disabled and you tasks that people take for granted are 10 times harder and tiring.
Like Matthew, just to try and do something simple.
Just getting dressed in the morning, Caroline, is hard work.
Yeah. Or even to eat his lunch, or. And
also, don't forget that not all disabilities are the same, are they?
Well, no. What I feel more sorry for is people with mental health, because that's a lot harder to.
I don't feel more sorry for them, but yeah, I hear what you're saying. It's how do you prove it sometimes,
Yeah.
you know? Especially if it takes a long while to get a statement.
Yeah.
If you're getting some support from the state and someone's assigned to you and all that sort of stuff, well then you can prove it. But if you are waiting, how long is it, 8 months before you can get assessed?
Something like that.
It's crazy length of time before you get assessed. Well, if that's the case, well, then how the hell are you going to get any support? How are you going to, get through this assessment? And also, with people like Jeremy Hunt, the Chancellor of the Exchequer, now wants you all to go to work.
Oh.
Are you touching? She's touching things.
That's
You touched the wrong thing, Caroline. That's there, and it's up there. There it is. There you go. Yeah. Just scroll down.
children. Someone said children are great. Look, someone agrees with me.
They are when they're children, but they grow into monsters. You know, my little Grace now, she's lovely. But what about when she's older? And has her own children. She might be horrible, we don't know.
Someone said he's always.
It's terrible when grandparents bugger off to France and can't babysit. we do actually babysit, actually.
We have actually got 2 grandchildren here as well,
Yeah.
which we do look after sometimes.
And Yasmin posts them occasionally.
Well, no, last weekend she was feeling poorly and her little 5-year-old called me and a 3-year-old, and apparently
Look, they packed up to
they
come.
wanted to come. They said, "Can I come from sleepover, Nana?"
Pack the bags.
And then apparently they packed a case, and then they said, "But I think we need to have an adult to come with us because we need to go on the aeroplane." And Yasmin looked later and they packed a case.
Yeah. God. Vicky Clee says, although that's another thing, so many have to move away from their parents, family, and don't have familial support to ask for help. That's a really good point.
Because a lot of people would have grandparents who could help, but all depends how old the grandparents are, because now the retirement age goes up and up, then a lot of grandparents are working, aren't they?
That's good. Actually, I didn't know for that. That's a really good
When they
point.
retire at 60, then, another 67, that's another 7 years. That's sort of...
So, yeah, they're not available. They could still be at work.
Yeah.
That's interesting. And Who's Ebadiah Thomas says, both my parents worked. Father was an engineer, mother a nurse, and all my childhood life parents never have been able to, without the grandmother, like you were saying.
Yeah.
Mother worked nights, operating theatres, theatres, cool. Sundays to Thursdays. See, your parents aren't there for you, are they?
Hey, what about the grandparents who go skiing?
That's right.
I don't think I'd like to try skiing. No.
Mind your head, press a button. I'm gonna have to put some sort of cage over the front of my computer, I think. Or get another case, I don't know. What about grandma's skiing? Spending the kids' inheritance. Well, that's all going to go to taxes soon anyway, isn't it?
Mm. I'll let you scroll because we've got to the end of that.
Actually, they're talking about getting rid of it. No, not. I thought I could hear him. Hear what? Who can hear? Dave McGuinness, Allshorts, as a Gen X kid, or Generation X. Sounds like
I see what he's saying. He said they lived on the streets, a bit like when we were younger. They were outside all the while.
They were the days we used to play. We used to play curveball and stuff like that. We'd sit as kids on either side of the road, and we'd have a ball, like football. And the idea was you got to try and hit the curb on the other side, and it bounces back. You see, and you kind of have to dodge the cars as well at the same time. Anyway, and that's kind of the game. What, he got the munchies? Yeah, he's got the munchies.
He's always got the munchies.
Yeah, they're pestering they are. So yeah, but are they good times? I think they were good times actually, Caroline. Because your parents were there for you.
Well,
they might
chucked us outside.
Yeah.
Mind you, I used to live outside, and I didn't.
Yeah, but you were there for me. It wasn't until later on you got a job at the school.
I did volunteer.
I was working,
but that was around them as well.
What?
The school was around them because that was when they were at school.
Yeah. But you were there for you asked yourself who's actually bringing your children up. Is it you or the school? But the thing is, you say also something else we were talking about, because you've had to come across this before, where you were saying earlier about our daughter-in-law in France who was complaining because France has given the little ones homework every day, about 30 minutes or something.
Something like that.
30 minutes homework every day in France.
And she's 6.
And she's 6 years old. I ain't got a problem with that. I think it's a good idea.
But she don't get home until 5 o'clock at night because they go 8:30, 4:30.
Yeah, I get that. But there again, they have Wednesdays off.
Yeah.
So the point is, or what was going to be, that I've got my point now. Oh God.
About homework,
about how some parents would have the phrase, especially if you're a right-wing nut job, it's the school's job to educate my kids. It's not my job.
Oh, we have
parents you got to take some responsibility for your kids' education, haven't you?
Yeah, of course.
I know we did.
Well, it just helps them along.
Surprised they did well.
No, that helps them. That helps them along, doesn't it?
We didn't teach them English though, because that was a really bad idea.
I've always rented them. That's not really a good idea either. But they're better than us.
Oh my God! Yeah, look, yeah.
Well, me at least.
They are.
Me at least.
Oh, you do very well. You got your head screwed on.
Is it because I'm with you?
Of course, I rub off on her, you see. Let's not go into that one. I nearly said something wrong. Oh, number three. My granddaughter is training as a midwife. Get on there. And nursery. And the kindergarten is paid for, and she would not be able to cope without the financial support. That's the thing. We shouldn't need financial support.
No, that should be paid for.
We shouldn't need it.
That should be paid for.
No, but we shouldn't need the support anyway.
No.
We should be earning wages that allows us to cope without support. It's almost like the state is almost like subsidising industry, topping up people's wages because the industry getting away with paying, too small the wages. It's not really how it should be, is it? It doesn't make sense to me. It really doesn't. That's what I say about charities in general. Is that, we shouldn't need charities. It's a failure of government, and I understand it when we dog charities and stuff like that, but it seems charities get a bit put upon in many ways. They become we all become dependent upon the charities to sustain ordinary life. Everyday stuff. We shouldn't need to. We should be earning wages and money that can actually, we can pay our bills without stress and worry, without having to apply for benefits of any description. Shouldn't need it. It's getting silly. It's just not right. Shouldn't need it. We need to tax all the rich buggers. That's what we do.
That's right as well.
What's that? This one.
Yeah.
Oh, mellow again. Sadly, mental and disabled might be sleeping on the streets. If we reject Jeremy Hunt's idea, just in the street there are a few people with mental health and disability, and my mate said his legs are given up. Oh, crikey. Now, our son, Stefan, he's a bit of a streetwise lad, you know what I mean? He was out there quite a bit, and he used to hang around a lot with those on the streets, didn't he? And he helped one too, didn't he? Actually?
Yeah,
he did. Actually,
He, when they had a flat, they actually let him live in the flats just for him to do a few jobs. They used to do the cleaning, and washing up, and they used to feed him.
Sounds like a slave.
No. He's actually got his own flat and a job now.
Oh, that's good. So give him foot on the ladder, so to speak. Yeah. But some people you can't obviously help. Some people you can't help, but there are people out there who are really struggling regarding obviously mental health. Let's say about mental, like he was saying about mental health and what have you. Those people, there's no quick fix, is there? There really is no quick fix. There's no way. A lot of them are frightened for a start to go into hostels. The hostels are dangerous places. They become. You get the predators in there.
That sort of stuff I must say. And
Yeah,
a lot
so
of them are
sort of
frightened to
brought
go.
up.
And they then lose their space, what they've got, what they sort of had outside.
Yeah, it's almost like they sort of get this like a space under a bridge or something, I don't know, on the overpass or something. But if anything like Norwich City Council, they do some horrible things. They make it impossible for people to take shelter, don't they? Like what's happening with these tents being taken away in some towns. From the homeless people. I don't know about it in Norwich, but
I did notice when I went to Norwich that when I walked through Norwich early in the morning that there were several tents popped up all around. And
the underpass was just somewhere where they used to go, wasn't it? In St Stephen's.
Yeah, that's still open.
That's open, but they closed it for a bit.
Yeah, that's open now.
But obviously they got a lot of criticism for that, so they opened it again. But there's some, and then also make it impossible, like shop doorways and places like that, impossible for anyone to be able to.
Putting dividers in benches on.
Oh God, that's horrible! Are you talking about St Stephen's?
Yeah, no.
Chatfield Gardens.
I think Katie told me that something about putting like.
I haven't seen it myself, but Chatfield Gardens is a beautiful place. It is. It's a chapel in the field. Basically, it's a grave. It's a grave site, basically. But anyway, there's gardens there, and there's loads of benches and stuff. What they've done is they put dividers in the benches, so homeless people can't sleep on them. I think that's horrible. That's horrible. If you, Christ's sake, I'd give up my bench. If someone they need someone to sleep. You obviously you see homeless people during the day sleeping, don't you? It's because it's so hard even to sleep at night because they can't sleep because they're freezing.
And they'd be frightened.
You've been, Carol, you've been camping, haven't you? So I know, maybe April time, and it's so cold at night you just can't. You're restless all night. Well, you imagine what it's like if you're homeless, and you don't get a good night's sleep. You sleep on the floor in a lot of cases. A few cardboard boxes and what have you. And if they're lucky enough to have a tent, they might have a tent, and then they get taken away.
Tents when I went to Norwich. There's tents everywhere. I don't know if they've been given out to them, but
they were charities doing it.
There's a charity because there's lots of tents. I didn't see anyone actually sleeping like without the tent. They all had tents.
Blimey!
Little cat. Hello, Riley.
All the cats come in. We've got the cat.
Riley.
Well, there were some points, but the other stuff we were looking at, wasn't there? There was, I'll tell you what we do need. This is something we need, Caroline. I'm going to have to bring this in.
What's that?
just a second. I'm just going to, this is quite funny. We've got to do it the Ukraine way. That's what we've got to do. All right. I don't know if it's formatted correctly, but we'll see. I'll always move it about. No, you call you able.
No, he's nice to me, wasn't he?
I could have told you that. He doesn't like. Oh, Craig, what's it doing way over there? Let's bring it back over here. All right. Let's bring
What's this?
This is a Ukrainian.
What's that got to do with what?
She's a teacher in Ukraine. So you're wondering why Ukrainians, all Ukrainians can sing and dance, is because this is what it's like in kindergarten. Oh, Claudia took blood. Hang on, get some volume. Right, hold on. There we go.
I think I see Smart. Wee wee.
I'm fine, Don. Thank you.
They got wee wee.
Oh, they want wee wee. Are you talking about me? I don't want wee wee. I'm fine. Oh, the dog's all going crazy. Right. Oh, dear me. Where were we? Okay. No. That's strange. Where's I gone down there? That's not right. Have you heard about Tommy Robinson? Oh, crikey. Poor old Tommy Robinson. Oh, dear. Oh, I've got to show you this. If I can find it, that is. Oh, dear me. What, when you go away? Are you going to prison?
When you're finished with it.
Right. Do you know about Tommy Robinson, Don?
Do I know what?
About Tommy Robinson?
I'm not talk about him. I don't know about him.
You don't know about him?
No, what about him? That's what you're just talking about next, is that? Is
Well,
that
he got what? No.
Is that the next subject?
Oh, there we go. Tommy Robinson got arrested today.
What about if I made you a drink?
Oh, that's a good idea. Yeah, make me a drink and come back again. See, she makes me drink, she do. Do me make you a drink and get you a glass of water? So, where were we? Let's click on news, that might be a good idea. Not the Times. British Jews won't be intimidated. They've changed the front picture. Why do they do that? Yeah, okay, there we go. Window capture, is it on? There you go, there we are. Let's bring that down to an acceptable width there. Let's make it bigger. Oh, yes, please. I'm back in the... oh, my God. So everyone's on the wrong side. Why would it be on the wrong side? All right. Let's make it a bit smaller, I think. There we go. Let's make the text bigger, though, because that's... all right. So... British Jews, they say they will not be intimidated, says the chief rabbi in London March. The far-right leader, Tommy Robinson, got arrested in a protest against anti-Semitism attended by up to 60,000 people. So it says we won't be intimidated. But Stephen Yaxley, as in Tommy Robinson, well, he was told to stay away. He didn't. He was a naughty boy, and he got arrested. He did arrested as a result. So Yaxley Lennon, he's now 40 years old. Put him in the we should put him in the jungle with Nigel Farage, and they can eat testicles together or something like that. You know, they can chew on one, I'm sure. So Yaxley 1140, better known as Tommy Robinson, was detained on Sunday after officers told him to leave the area. Now, his arrest came during a march against the rise of anti-Semitism faced by Jewish people in Britain since the Middle East was plunged into crisis after the attack in southern Israel by Hamas on the 7th of October. And apparently up to 60,000 people attended the march in central London, making it the biggest stand against anti-Semitism since 1936, when protesters confronted Oswald Mosley's black shirts at the Cable Street in East London. Chief Rabbi vowed during the march that British Jews will not be intimidated by anti-Semitism. So regard to this poisonous spread of anti-Semitism, what should be a response of the British people be? I don't know, to be honest. I just wish we could all get on. I really do. It's just not going to happen, though, is it? Especially with everything's going on at the moment as well. Because there is a rise of anti-Semitism because of what's going on regarding what's his name? Israel and bombing schools and what have you. Of course, there's a lot of hate going on there. Understandably so. Oh, I've got a drink. Thank you, my darling. Oh, I've got two now.
When you hear a dog, I'll sit here until...
I heard Wally.
I've got him.
Oh, you got Wally, yes, okay. So I've got friends that don't want to come out into central London. See, the people are scared as well, aren't they? Because of all what's going on.
What's this protest?
They're scared to come out because they look Jewish.
Oh, gosh, terrible.
It's horrendous, isn't it? One protester, Mark Ambrose, said there's only 250,000 Jewish men, women and children in the whole of the UK. I think we are a very peaceful people and we're not hysterical and we're not screaming and shouting and are just here to show our support against anti-Semitism. In the statement by the Met Police, asked about Yaxley Lennon's arrest, said he had refused to comply, surprise, surprise, with the direction to disperse under the Section 35 of the Anti-Social Behaviour and Crime Policing Act. Okay, maybe that's one good thing about that bill. And we have been in frequent contact with the organisers of the march in recent days, and they have been clear about their concerns that the man's attendance and that of those who were likely to accompany him. Well, we've seen them, haven't we? We've seen those video clips, haven't we? With some right old, yeah, begins with F and begins with an end with S. As a result, he was spoken to and warned on more than one occasion, and his continued presence in the area was likely to cause harassment, alarm and distress to others, and he was directed to leave the area but refused to do so. Now, footage on X shows he actually then being asked to leave by police while he was in a cafe where he said to had ordered breakfast, and the far-right leader refused the police request and claimed he was attending the protest as a journalist. He's used that before, hasn't he? Oh, I'm a journalist. Yeah, right.
Go to the different.
That's because they're silly. Then something about when he's doing a video at a court case or something, contempt of court, and he pretended that he was a journalist. He's not a journalist. The Met said a total of 2 people were arrested at the march.
That's annoying. They go out one door and come in a different one.
That is rather annoying, isn't it? And considering that one door's actually got a dog flap.
Oh no, they do want to come in now.
It's 3 doors.
It's 3 doors.
3 doors and a dog flap.
There's 3 doors. One's got a dog flap and they don't use it.
Yeah. Let's get rid of that saying. There's some bits and pieces, weren't there, that we were...
I'm not really here, am I?
You are. We're going to... That's just an intermission. That was a Yaxley Lennon intermission. So it's not just the fact... I'll say the fact. I suppose it's opinion, really, and a lot of it is, but there's facts around it as well. It's not just... We don't seem to have time, not because we don't want to, because we don't have a choice to spend as much time with our children as we would necessarily like to, but also is their health as well, food.
Yeah.
You can't compare for instance, what kids get in schools have to eat.
No, they've got a 4-course meal.
I get jealous when I see what they have to eat. They get proper food. I mean, like, what's it saying to me earlier? What you're reading an article, you won't see chicken nuggets, for instance.
You won't see chicken nuggets or fish fingers in the French school.
Or would you call them, I don't know, claw nuggets, what they call them, I don't know, whatever they are, whatever they put in those things. You won't see that in French schools. No, we've seen it ourselves, haven't we? We saw them cook for school, and it was like salmon and shit like that,
Rabbit, all sorts.
Yeah, it's just lots of... Although they don't understand vegetarianism here, in France, and they still don't.
They do it once a week now.
Oh, do they?
Vegetarian meal once a week.
Do they serve it meat gravy?
No. No, they do it once a week in school normally.
Because we struggle with that, don't we? If you go to restaurants and stuff like that, it's hard because it's like, oh crikey, they got another dog. This is what it's like for me every night, don't you? That's Dora now. Oh, dogs. So yeah, now a few months ago, I've done a few videos about it actually, where those who supply the school dinners, all privatised now, as you probably know, are actually struggling to actually make ends meet themselves. The actual companies that actually, because the cost of everything has gone up, and yet the money they get for school, to supply the food to the children, what have you, has stayed the same. Was it £2.41 or something at the time? This was back in May, is what they were getting.
It's just saying because children from reception to free get free school lunches.
Well, they charge £2.60 or £2.70 a meal, and they get £2.41 from the government, and it's not enough to cover it. So it's like rob Peter pay Paul. And the actual companies themselves are actually not making enough money now to cover their costs. They're finding that
they charge more for the older children.
Yeah, and that pays for the ones at the free school dinners.
Yeah. So if you've got to charge up to subsidising the younger ones.
Well, in this article about 6 months ago, the cost of eating crisis, price of school lunches are up by a third in parts of England. Now, we also had Mark's Rashford as well regarding, can you remember during the pandemic, and they had those meals, like boxes, food parcels, were being handed out to children, what have you, during the pandemic, lockdowns and all stuff like that. And the stuff that was being put into these boxes it didn't make any logical sense. It wasn't like stuff like a round meal, was it? Stuff didn't really go together,
They were giving them out to like people just because Matthew got a couple. Then he refused. He didn't want them in the end. He said he can afford to buy his own food, so he didn't want to accept them. But the thing is, they were like white bread and things like that, and pasta and baked beans. There's all sort of very sort of
Yeah, but nothing to go with that.
no pasta.
Did they get any gruel? Because Jake Rees-Mogg would like that. He'd like some gruel, wouldn't he? He would find it really. I'm sure he would. Wouldn't he find it rather uplifting?
I think it's rather uplifting.
I bet he would. So let's bring it on. There you go. So this was 6 months ago. This was, and there's still a problem there because things haven't changed. If anything, it's got tougher. But people aren't talking about all this stuff, are they? They're not talking about the school dinners or those sort of issues that the schools are facing because we're talking about other stuff. We're talking about Gaza, war. Oh, yeah, that's what we're talking about now. And Sunspan is obviously it's a serious issue, obviously, and unfortunately, the airspace gets taken up with that, and then this sort of thing doesn't get talked about. So if what happens, I don't even notice, but you get like for instance, the rock concrete. It's all of a sudden a big issue for about a week. And next week, another big issue turns up, and it just wipes out the last one. And it's like no one's talking about it anymore. No one's interested anymore. It's like, oh, the government has done some miraculous thing and rebuilt all the schools. No, obviously not. And it's just it doesn't get discussed. Barely gets discussed at all. Now. So the cost of eating crisis. So price of school lunches are up by a third. And this was back in May. There's still a problem now, and it's like these things are progressive in the sense that these companies get to the point where they can't operate. The problem with privatisation is a shame, really, that we don't have blooming kitchens anymore in schools.
Well, no, they used to, didn't we?
That was Labour, though.
But Labour got rid of them.
Yeah, he's tired. It was Labour. Yeah, unfortunately, but the Tories would have done the same. Hence, they keep getting rid of the police stations and all that. They're all disappearing, weren't they? There used to be one on Ketshill. There used to be one on Erlen Road. All the police stations got shut down.
Yeah, but when Labour was in, there wasn't hardly any food banks.
Touche. So post-school lunches had increased at that point by more than a third in parts of England, increasing the pressure on school finances and the family budgets during the cost of living crisis. And it hasn't gone away. This is still there. We're still living in the cost of living crisis. Energy bills are not going down; they're going up. And those of you who might, if anyone out there have got grandchildren or children who were born between 2002 and 2011. Yeah. 2011, there was, during Labour, there was a fund, like a, what do you call it? It's like a trust fund set up for every single child born. I'll say burned, born. Every single child that was born got a trust fund. And it matures to around it works out about £1,000 per child. So if you do know anybody, you might want to tell them if they don't know already. I told my daughter this morning, and she already knew.
She'd already put the claim in.
She already put the claim in. So, anyway, you can find out online apparently. So families with 2 children can be facing a bill for more than £1,000 a year for school lunches. Is that more than what our grandchildren here pay?
I don't think it's very much. I think Jess said about €3. I think she said it's like €3 a day or something, or less.
€3 a day.
Or was it less than that? I can't remember even being less than that. That's not very much anyhow. She didn't really know.
She didn't really. Oh, crikey, she's hopeless. Okay, do you want to tell me what happened?
What?
I'll have a drink. Explain what happened to our son and daughter while they visited the UK and their luggage.
Well, they left Sophie and Emily's bag on the bus.
On the bus, yeah.
Yeah, so poor little girls haven't got their doo-doos anymore.
Yeah, but their doo-doos.
Their doo-doos anymore, because both their doo-doos were in
their
there.
Comforts.
And then they nearly left a case on the train. That's only Sophia, the oldest girl, who's 6, said, Daddy, our case, and he had to run after it.
He then got stuck on the train because it was about to leave.
Yeah. And he didn't even have a phone or wallet on.
He didn't have that in his pocket. They're useless. Absolutely useless. Hard working, but useless.
Oh, no.
The increases have basically the increase in costs because obviously the industries have to buy food at a certain price. All prices of everything's gone up, but they're still getting paid the same amount of money. So yeah, they've had to suck it up. And not all these businesses are big. Some of it is tended for. They're not all Servco. So the increases have outstripped the funding that the schools receive for pupils on free school meals and the free lunches for infants up to 2 in primary schools. And this means schools have to make up the difference from their existing budgets. This is another case of rob Peter pay Paul. You shouldn't have to do this. Now, you saw this, didn't you, in school regarding Heidi, regarding the funding.
Should I say this?
We can't hear you. Should we say this? Basically, I will say it then. Money that
a girl with this money, a girl was supposed to have. She was managing okay dinner time, so they diverted the funding from her dinner time to help somebody else.
All the money went into a big pot and they shared it out, pretty much.
Yeah, she got everything by her dinner time, which she doesn't actually need.
That's not the point, though. That's her funding.
Yeah.
It's rob Peter pay Paul again, isn't it?
Yeah.
I don't know. She could have got extra ice creams. She could have got ice creams.
She got ice cream.
I don't know. Whatever. I know pencils then.
No, she'd have just been having someone following around the playground, and she wouldn't have liked it.
Maybe she could have got something for a wheelchair. I don't know. Some spinning discs or something.
An hour of a person's time.
Okay. So so it wasn't funding.
No,
you're talking about the actual
1 hour of a person's time, not actual funding. No.
But the funding went into the pot to pay for it.
No. That's allocated so much funding.
So the money was there, but it's for that.
Yes.
Okay.
But I should imagine loads of schools did the same.
They probably do. You need to speak up, darling.
Yes.
You're very quiet, sweetheart. I'm looking at my levels and they're like, they need to be mid-orange, they do. If it's too high, go red. It's too loud. And
so what are we up to now?
Okay. I get the feeling that you had enough.
No, we've done dinners.
Dinners. We've done school dinners. Okay, school dinners in France, I would say are far superior than what I hear that my kids in the UK.
And I don't think they're very expensive. I'm not 100% sure how much they cost, but I don't think they're very expensive.
I did look into it before, and it wasn't
food
much.
comes from local source, and it's cooked at school.
Yeah, I think they're a similar price to what you pay in the UK for school dinners in France. I think they're a tiny bit cheaper, but they won't lie in that.
But
the quality difference is different.
Yeah.
Now, I've mentioned this before in this live stream before that like for instance, the primary school that Sophia goes to, the food is sourced from the farm foods place.
Yes.
The carrot and
the meat and the vegetable.
The donkey and the carrot.
Local, yeah.
Yeah.
And that's cooked within the school. And there's only 30 children in the school. They cook for the 30 children every day.
Yeah. But do you feel though also that, because I notice when we have our grandchildren here, and that there's a disconnect now. There's a disconnect not just with children and their parents, but a disconnect with reality. And you got social media has got a lot to play in that, hasn't it? And you know, when we want to have a bit of time, that we used to give a pat of crisps, didn't we? To shut them up. These days, you just
DVD on.
Or put DVD on. It wasn't DVD back then, was it? It was a VHS or it wasn't a Betamax. Yeah, Betamax. That was a VHS. You know, put a video on for them. Tom's Tank Engine or something like that. But these days, you plonk a tablet in front of them, they're just glued to it. It's like doom scrolling, you know.
I must admit that the French children don't seem to have phones and be on social media half as much as what.
There's a fair amount of them, but maybe not quite as bad. I don't know.
They don't appear to be.
If met in comparison to our grandchildren here in France to our grandchildren in the UK, yeah, I'd agree. There's a marked difference. It's a sign of the times, I know, but that's a valid point, actually. Yeah, that's a valid point.
Even Wednesday they were outside. It was cold, but they were outside.
Being in rural France, at least we do have somewhere where the kids can play safely, and there isn't this threat or worry.
No.
Like where my other daughter lives in the UK, I wouldn't want my grandchildren playing outside.
Well, she said she can't have them on the street there because that'd be too dangerous.
You can't anyway. It's not safe.
She didn't even want them in the front garden, so
it's not safe. So So is that to? So how do you entertain your children? It's a societal problem, I think. It's just how we live now today. I'm always on my device. If I racked up how many hours I spend on my devices, and of course I can't use it for my work, but on the course of a day, I must do.
What's on LBC?
God knows how many hours.
LBC earlier. What was it? David Lammy.
Oh, David Lammy.
He
Yeah,
was
he'll talk
saying
about
he
it.
spent 30 hours a week.
I do way more than that.
On but you probably do.
Oh, way more. A lot of us do, obviously, with YouTube and stuff. But I spend a hell of a lot of time.
But you know, it was 30 hours. I think a lot of people are probably similar.
Well, yeah, of course. I'm a bit surprised. You put it on the moment you wake up, and it's beside your bed when you go to bed. And then it goes ping, and it wakes you up, and you think, "Oh, I'll check on these."
Like he was saying,
somebody might talk to me.
Like he was saying,
it might be a like.
Quite a few years ago, the only phone was attached to the house, and you couldn't
on a
take
wire.
anything out. Yeah,
on a wire,
and you couldn't take anything out.
Don't you remember that? Did you have one of them phones? Like,
yeah, yeah. And you have to stand still near the phone.
But there was about but the numbers were only about 3 digits long, my darling.
Well, they weren't.
They were really short. They were about 4 digits then. They ended up putting a little, a 4 in the front of our local number, didn't they? Remember?
Yeah.
Made it to 5 numbers in Sallows.
There's about 5, 6 numbers, but.
Yeah, I think you forget. They used to be about 4 digits. They were really short, and they got longer and longer and longer. More people had phones, so they had to get more numbers, didn't they? Crikey, you used to rent your phone as well. Instead of buying a flipping phone, you rent your phone.
Oh, God.
It costs you about £7 a year or something to rent your phone. But anyway, they were attached with a wire, weren't they? And then there's walkabout lark. These days, we could be having a dump, can't we? And be talking on the phone.
Unless you're on video chat, then that's not a good idea.
Oh yeah, these days. Actually, we've moved on again, haven't we? Because we don't necessarily use a phone to speak these days, do we? Anyway, I know for us it's video chat, isn't it?
Even communication with my children.
Yeah, but you don't just talk to people. You see them.
Yeah, I can see them, and like little Darcy shimmy round her house. She's moved to a new house, and she's shimmy round her house.
Yeah,
today.
got a staircase without a banister.
Yeah,
a balustrade.
Yeah,
banister.
Yeah, and like little Tucci and Nana phoned me last week and said they wanted to come for a sleepover.
Sleepover.
That's so sweet.
They are. I have to admit. Yeah. Especially little Grace.
They're all sweet.
Especially little Grace.
Yes, we're probably listening because you know.
Oh, you listen? Is she here?
I bet she is.
I bet no, she'll be in the chat. She'll be commenting now. Talk about the chat. Let's check the chat because we're in checking for a bit. There you go. There's the chat. Are we all the way up, down, all the way down? Up we come. Child Trust Fund. Oh, that's what it's called. That's the fund we're talking about. It's called the Child Trust Fund.
Right.
That's what. Oh, you know about it. And so you got your 250 quid yet? Or was it 350 quid? No, it's £1,000. You might get £1,000. That's it. Yeah. Good night, Aniston. Take care, my friend. Be good. Night all in the chat. Night my soul shorts. Got an early start. You take care, my friend. Be good. They're not all gone. Just the Aniston. Can I get you recovered meat? Quite healthy, really. Full of bone dust and marrow. Yep, healthy minerals. Yum. Oh, God. You know they do that? They let you pressure wash it off the high pressure water jets, and it all goes on the floor, and then you sweep it up with a broom. Bit like chlorinated chicken.
Someone else is going there. Simon, someone, he said good night to.
No, good night to Aniston.
Oh.
I recommend listening to Warfare by Clawfinger. Okay. I will have a look at that. Good night to Aniston. 250 was put in by the government. The Tories cut it straight. Oh, really? That's 250 quid now, is it? Oh. So the Tories just cut it. Okay, that's austerity for you, the Tory government.
Oh, so they didn't get 1,000.
So it might not be as much as you think. No. Okay. Oh no, bless them. In 1980s, Thatcher cook chill foods, century remote made. Basically, a factory replaced kitchens in hospitals and schools. Yes, it's horrendous. That stuff they eat now, it's not real food, Caroline. It's gruel. But like I say, Jacob Rees-Mogg would find it rather that he would.
I think it's rather uplifting.
So, private public schools got their kitchens, fresh vegetables. Now, some schools will use, the larger kitchens were used to actually cook the meals for the other schools, weren't they? St Andrew's School actually kept their kitchen, didn't they?
No, Broadden High School had a kitchen.
Broadden High School, sorry.
That's got a kitchen. That's where the cell house. That's where cell.
Yeah, that's what I meant. Yeah,
from.
That's yeah.
Cities that used to cost.
Good night, Rabinori. Take care, my friend. Be good.
Used to cost £4 in the 80s.
What was £4 in the 80s? Sorry,
School lunch
for a week.
for a week.
In the 80s, it cost £4 a week for school dinners. Like, that's inflation for you. Oh, go get me about blooming inflation. They just got on there by 4.6%, didn't they? Oh, look how well I did. Oh, we're brilliant, this government. We got it down to 4.6%, even though it had nothing to do with them. For that 4.6%, yeah, it's Andrew Bailey, the governor, and obviously the fact that oil prices came down. And they don't tell you that isn't going to bring the prices down. It just means they're not going to grow quite as fast. Still faster than it did before. We have an advert on Scottish radio stations and say people are caught out with the cost of living crisis and the company can help, but they don't mention it. But it was caused by the government. Leeches, definitely. But you're in Scotland. You've got free prescriptions. You've got non-privatised water. And you've got wind turbines. I only got all my gear robbed. Oh, God. People go on a bus and trains and just steal your things, and they buy tickets so they can hop on UK transportation to steal others. Oh, God, it ain't great, is it? But in the UK at the moment, I really wouldn't.
Well,
I'm sure there's some lovely places.
Very good bag when they stole one out of you juice in a bottle.
Good night, number 3. Take care, my friend. We need to speak, mate. Yeah, I'll contact you later. I suppose I blame the war. Yes, but they always do. The war. The war. They do like to blame the war, don't they? And the pandemic. Don't forget the pandemic. Tommy Gunn says 30p a day and £1.50 a week. God. Ain't a lot, is it? What was the rent in the 80s? Oh my God. What would the rent have been in the 80s, darling?
Get a phone.
A phone?
Well, look and have a look.
Oh. Oh, you're getting tired too. Right, a lot of this is traffic. Folk can't afford to choose as much. They can't. What choice people got these days? Everything's so expensive now, isn't it? You know, obviously you've got your rents and the cost of living crisis as it is, and also you got transport. It's not cheap, is it? You got some places in Europe, what have you? They're offering no free transportation, which makes common sense to me. If you want to keep your shop fronts open. You keep people moving and buying stuff. Also, buying stuff online though. I kind of do that quite a bit because I live in the middle of nowhere. I can't get what I need right now, and so I travel. So I don't really want to do. So there's a catch-22 in that. I either buy online or go without. In some cases, I need because for work and what have you, or actually travel. Which is kind of like defeating the object, really. I can't imagine living somewhere I wouldn't consider safe. I know, this is madness. I wouldn't say I've ever lived anywhere that I considered unsafe. Been growing up in Thorpe St Andrew.
We were lucky.
In Thorpe St Andrew, that was safe. I would say it wasn't unsafe. I'm not sure it's quite as safe as it was.
That was suburbs, weren't it?
Yeah, suburbs of Norwich. On the east side of Norwich. Then we, living in South House, that definitely was safe. So I don't think we've ever had that worry, or that to deal with. But if you're living in like certain postcodes around Norwich, what have you, and obviously other large cities, they can be a little bit dodgy, can't they? And just so many people which makes it risky. You really do not know who's living beside you these days, because we don't seem to engage with people like we used to. To be fair, I don't engage with many people apart from online now, but yeah. I can remember on Marlborough Road and what have you. You reckon they never spoke to his neighbour? It's been how many years?
Yeah, I find that because we've been
really
sellouts
strange.
all our lives, and everyone say hello to everybody. They're a bit like France.
Yeah, it is. There's all bijou in France, although they
Yeah,
don't
well,
do
we
it.
didn't do that.
Yeah, kiss, they don't do that so much now, though, to be fair, because of the pandemic. That's what's Sebastian. And where's Warren? In front of the fire, probably.
Yeah.
And then we've got the infrastructure, haven't we? Like, say, regarding the rock, the reinforced aerated or autoclaved aerated concrete. Half these certain schools don't have anywhere.
So we.
I don't know if you're on the mouse. We need that. And get these mobiles, aren't they, to teach in the schools regarding the concrete that's collapsing. What are they supposed to do?
Oh, didn't hear about that. Did
Not now, do we?
No.
It's like all of a sudden it's not an issue, but it is. If you're the most dangerous person, sign the contract. What? I would trust a child, but I wouldn't trust a child that young to cross a road safely.
What?
I don't know. Let's get up there. If you didn't register for a CTF at the time, they assigned it to a provider and put the money in it. Oh, I see. That's to do with the trust. 30p Lee, he got a penny addiction, loves to carry, sniff and swallow pennies, send him 30p and he might start saying nice things after he get penny high from sniffing pennies.
I think that was this bit.
What?
I used to run off for free. I'm a bit too young to be out yet.
Yeah. I used to run off at 3 years old. So they gave me a squeaky tricycle so they could hear where I was. That's excellent. And there we go.
What's this about people 5 to 21 years?
Young people aged 5 to 21, madame,
Live in Scotland for at least 6 months a year can apply for a free bus pass.
Right, so young people aged 5 to 21 who live in Scotland for at least 6 months a year can apply for a free bus pass.
Wow, that's
and you can use this to travel on most bus services in Scotland for free.
So do you know how much it's costing your oldest granddaughter just to go to college a month?
Go on, how much?
A month, £60 a month just to get to college and back on a bus.
Well, she ain't paying it, is she? So,
Well, no, her mum's paying that. But...
blimey, 60 quid a month just to get your kid to go to college.
Yeah.
That's quite a bit, isn't it? Better do it online.
That's 15 a week. That's not, when you think put it down like that, they don't sound loads, but...
Yeah, but it adds up. It adds up. In fact, she's not obviously a single parent, isn't she? And she's only got her wage coming in.
And that's another 60 a month for school.
The doggies want to get in the chat. I can see 2 doggies. Wally is probably laying in front of the fire. That's what I reckon. So, I happily let my eldest cut out alone once she hit big enough to see over cars, but was also very sensible. Yeah, but that's obviously done a good job then, Vicky. Unfortunately, a lot of kids aren't that sensible these days. Well, actually, to be fair, we didn't used to be that sensible, but we didn't have to be that sensible. We didn't have the threats or the.
I mean, I can remember being on a trike, going up and down the road at 4 or 5 years old.
I had stabilisers. Was that one up on a trike or not?
I had a trike. I did a little shoot.
I also have a tractor. I had a plastic tractor, pedal tractor. I can remember how blue it was. I had to hide things inside. They had a big hole in the bottom, underneath it. With, it's a blow moulded thing. That was a tough thing, that was. When I got my first job, I used to go to work on it, Decorn says, I think they were meant to put £250 into the Child Trust Fund. So every so often up to 1,000 in total at 16. But Osborne cut it completely. So my son has one with £250 in. Oh. But my daughter was born, she said 2000. Oh, yeah,
So she
2000
has
cut off. What no? Yeah. They've also replaced the CTF with the junior ISA, the JISA. Really?
The government still don't put anything in that.
Oh, God. They put out in it. That's not helpful. When children get older, there are places they can play safely. Yeah, but I think Marcus was talking about allowing them out unsupervised without needing adults to supervise. Yeah, that's literally it. You know, go out and play. Leave me alone. No, go out and play. Get some fresh air. You know, that sort of thing. That's what my mum used to do. We used to make things out of cardboard boxes and get up to mischief.
Yeah. Make tents in the garden.
Make tents in the garden.
With pegs and things.
Go meandering.
Linen horses.
Yeah, go walk around your friends and stuff.
With what wooden, like a linen
Make
horse?
Oh, yeah.
Put a sheet over it.
You mean
make
like
a tent.
with the 3 panels and the concertina? Yeah. Yeah, make it into a tent.
Yeah.
Yeah. I used to like cardboard box, make things like spaceships out of cardboard boxes. I was always sci-fi that. Spaceships out of cardboard boxes, that's been my thing. Or we used to go down to St George's Hill, having to take the old cardboard boxes down there and slide down the hill on cardboard.
And especially when it's
Remember
snowing.
that?
Mum used
Not
to,
cardboard snow,
used to
was it?
take us down there when it was snowing to go down on the sledge.
Oh, on sledge, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, we did do that as well. Do you know what's right? Now you end up on that road.
Yeah. Do you mind if I go to bed in a minute?
Oh, listen to it, eh? I think I'm going to say good night to my dear missus. You can say good night.
Yeah, night.
I was going, oh.
Good night, everybody. Nice PC.
Good night, everybody. You've got to wait for all the sponsors now, so you can fly.
Night.
Night. Night, Vicky. Take care. Oh, you're talking to... Oh, shit, I've got to go. Oh, no, take care, who? Be good.
You're right, you got everything
I think I've got everything I need. I got my microphone. Oh, I'm all there too. Oh, blimey. God, things we do. Is it? How long have we been live for? Is it Marcus Hour? Oh, it is. Almost 2 hours, 10 minutes. So, is Marcus a Libra? What, like the Libra? As in, no, I'm a Leo. Me. I'm not a lion, I am not Leo the lion. Oh. He's cold. He's a friend of the fire, for God's sake. I absolutely hate the winter because this house is quite hard to heat. It's an old stone house, so it's quite hard to heat. So and also it costs us money to heat this house properly. So we tend to put the wood burner on and sort of like we did in the olden days. And it's quite cold in the office, so it's a bit chilly. And my workshop, oh my god, yeah, like I got a wood burner in there. That does warm up if I wanted to. So yeah. Where was I? Anyway, I'm forgetting where I was. I was kind of sidetracked again, didn't I? In my granny's basket, knowing that. See, some teachers also have been under a hell of a lot of pressure and also abuse as well. And we've got to touch that. My dear Mrs. She had that as well. She had issues regarding that. Regarding pupils being, this was primary school, being little asses. And she's gone now. Don't worry about that. Lazy old wench, that she is. But, oh, God, bitch. Oh. Right, what we got here? Somebody said something. Allshorts and Mrs. Allshorts, I work 40 hours a week. No more than that. And I tell my boss, do not call me unless the world is ending, as my time is mine, not fucking yours. Says Mad Dog Baby. Do you think it should be made a law where they did talk about this, didn't they? Where businesses should not be allowed to contact you, or did they actually do it out of hours? I don't think they should. You should be able to shut off, shouldn't you, from it? You should be able to sleep and not worry about your work all flipping night, you know? Don't become. I got a rum for a change. Little one. Bras are better for uplifting. You tell that to
I think
Jacob
it's rather
Rees-Mogg.
uplifting.
Yeah. In all senses, just for maybe. Of course, I think done that. When children get older, there's places they can play safety. They are done that. If you didn't register, done that. Done that. Too far up, aren't I? Way too far. Children get about €6,000 equivalent when they turn 16. You're in Prague, aren't you? Remember, right, Steve? When they turn 16, and they use it to move out and start life once they graduate school. Now, not in Salhouse, but in Woodbastwick, next village along, there was a fund that used to go into the parish council pot. I don't know if they still do it or not. I don't know, but it used to be about £1,000 to go towards tools, and it's been done for donkey's years. It had. And the idea was that, you know, if you end up going as an apprentice or training or anything like that, you could have this money to buy your tools that you need to start your apprenticeship. In the olden days, as it was called back then. So yeah, it's sort of similar thing to that, I suppose. But €6,000 is pretty good, isn't it? Got €6,000 when they turn 16, and they use it to move out and start life once they graduate high school. It's all about the greater good, you see. The parents' mental health. Line cushions, Leo. Oh, see, boy, yeah. There's no. Well, it's a coincidence anyway. I'm a Virgo, says Jasper's a Virgo. I'm being watched. Yes, I'm being watched. Is he still there? Is he still watching me? He's licking his lips now. It's like I've been stared out, you know? Do dogs blink? Of course they blink. Of course they blink. You're a freaky dog. An albino. I'm sure there's a law in France, says Lee Corn, are not emailing employees out of hours. I think they shouldn't. I hope there is, because I think that's a very good thing. I think we need time to not to be pestered. Vic says, I just ignore them. Ignore the emails. It's pressure, though, isn't it? It's pressure. I thought slavery had ended in Netherlands, but my shit company thinks it's acceptable to work 60 hours a week and only pay for 40. Blimey, that's not very good. Oh, but it's big though, like Banyas, please do that. Help the channel, you know, and I need all the help I can get. As you can probably tell, because my videos are doing really badly, and people aren't getting notifications either. So even though I'm not putting many videos up, you're supposed to get notification if I don't put any more than 3 videos up a day. Over that, you don't get a notification for. But unfortunately, people get a lot of response from people. They don't get notifications for any of my videos, or when they do, they're just erratic. Yes, Sebastian, he's moved down there now, and he's looking at me. Is it because you want a treat? Oh God! It's my dog, by the way. Oh my God, your breath. We need to do your teeth, mate. Alright, where are we? Yeah, where's my treats? Yeah, it's literally what he's on about. And now I've got another one. Oh, for God's sake. She's saying the same thing. Where are we? Now he looks still like a toy. Okay. The last 2 years in high school here, kids can go to a vocational school, says Steve McGowan. Hospitality or trades. That's very similar to France. When they graduate, they can spend 2 more years and have a degree or certificate and a job. there's plenty of work here. There's a shortage of people. Just same as the UK, really, not quite so severe. Out of the workplace, I ignore emails, all attempted phone calls, and possible the people I work with. Now, for me, it's a little bit difficult because my work is me. I am my work, and in a sense, like for instance, my Wallyborough channel, I'm trying to keep up with the comments on there and the comments on this channel as well. Trying to keep up with. Although this one's really slowed down big time, to the point of being dead almost. You know what I mean, it's I'm lucky to get 1,000 views on the video now, so unless it's about Max Roast Pear. And you put it on there so people knew what was going on, and it's the best performing video of the month. It's ridiculous. Stupid. But anyway, so for me, I kind of like my head is in it all the while. I'm okay with that because it's kind of what I used to always do. Is when you're self-employed and you're constantly touting for work, and you don't want to not get that next job. You don't know when the next one's going to come along, do you? So you don't want to turn anything away unless you don't want the job, obviously. But it's constant work, so you're not actually just doing the actual work itself. You're obviously doing the work to get the work, and then you've got to do your books, your accounts, and you've got to do your ordering and stuff. So there's a lot that has to be done. Especially if you're a one-man band or just two of you. See, it is really, really hard because you've got to do everything. But when I was at my company in the UK, before we came over here, at the time of the financial crash, and I had people working for us, we had people in work who did certain jobs and tasks, which alleviated some of the pressure. But it's still there. The pressure you still have to keep checking things, aren't you? You can't help it. It's your baby, isn't it? It's your business. So you can't afford things to go wrong, so you did everything you can to make sure everything was tickety-boo. And it's kind of the same with this, really. Regarding Allshorts, although I have this week, I've calmed down. I've done about 4 or 5 videos this week, and I was doing around 6 a day. I think my record was about 15 or 16 videos in one day, which was stupid. But and now I'm doing about, actually some days was more, so maybe 7 videos a week, so on a day, which is more than some people do, I suppose. But it's not doing anything anyway, so it's not very. I need some inspiration. I need some inspiration to keep it going. Really, it's quite hard. I'm an Aries with a lion. Does that mean anything? Oh, I don't know. Beyond a very strange creature. What's a very strange creature? Pokemon. Oh, I'm very confused all of a sudden. I'm a Libra. Okay, Mad Punk. The algorithm is weird. I watch a channel who has a camera on his street recording people going over speed bumps on this road. Really? That's a brilliant idea. And he gets tens of thousands of views per video. Oh, there's a channel out there who's got a camera mounted on one of them Robomos. Live stream the Robomo. The thing is, you see, with channels like this one, Max, he'll work really hard. Phil Morehouse will work really hard. It takes a lot of research, it takes a lot of time. And if you don't get it out there and then, it's dead in the water before you even get a chance, before it starts. And even then, it has a very limited life because it's news. It's here today, gone tomorrow. Today's news is tomorrow's chip paper or something, that's what. Today's newspaper's tomorrow's chip paper, that's it. Whereas my other channel, I know I've told you this before, but my other channel, I don't worry if the views are bad within the first hour or 2 hours or whatever it might be, because they pick up and they keep growing and they keep bringing in views, which then in turn helps bring in a little bit of money, which then helps me keep my head above water. So regarding the woodworking channel, it's because it's timeless. It's not news. It's not, it doesn't die a death. I've got videos on the channel that are still bringing in good views. And I restarted the channel about 4 weeks ago now, 3 or 4 weeks ago. I started uploading videos on a regular basis. And it's grown so quickly. I mean, it's ridiculous. It's done what? In 3 weeks, it did around 16,000 views in 3 weeks. Oh, subscribers, sorry, in 3 weeks. Over 5 million views. 5 million views. This channel at the moment, I'm lucky to get 200,000 views in a month. Now, I was getting nearly 1 million, but it's just all gone to pot, really. But there you go. They don't like me anymore. Everybody hates me. The figure, Shorty. Why did the US company send you a free Chinese fake drill to try out? Is it because they watch your woodworking channel? Yes. Literally it. They're not the only ones. I have got a load more stuff coming. I have got quite expensive gear coming. I've got a laser printer coming. Not a paper one, but I mean as in for etching material with air assist and honeycomb panels and all sorts of stuff. And that thing's worth about 800 to 900 euros. So that's coming. They've already agreed that. They'll send that over. Just got to do some reviews for it. But like I told them, whatever I do will be honest. I'm not going to big something up. It's shit. It's shit. I'll say it's shit. I'm not. I'd rather not know. I'd rather not have it than have to big something up that isn't all that's trying to crack that to be. But yeah, I got that's one that's going to be sent. I just got it finalised, but I got a 3D printer coming as well. But that isn't finalised yet. It's pretty much there now, but so that's quite good. They're all sponsored. I have to say they're sponsored because they're being gifted. So they're still sponsored. But I just make sure they know that I'm going to be honest. I'm not going to. I see it too often. They're quite easy to recognise these videos. There's a woodworking channel called 781 or something stupid. Woodworks, 781 Woodworks, bizarre kind of channel anyway. And he's always got products on there. And he tries to make out he's been using these tools for, like I said, like he knows about these tools. He just has something that's been sent to him, and he's just saying, and he's just bigging it up basically. Oh God's sake, fake! I can't do that. Go against everything I stand for. Vicky, not anymore. The law changed, so you can't use newspapers or wrap food anymore. No, you can't because some of the inks contained lead. I don't suppose it would be an issue now, would it? It's still be toxic though, wouldn't it? Because obviously ink is ink. What's the stuff? There's a chemical in ink and it begins with A. Which is toxic. I can't remember what it's called now. There's a channel that has a camera pointed at a ford, a mass of water, where a road is, and the people watch cars try to drive safely through the water. What did you have, Wally Bar in the top left corner? Oh yeah, I did. Do you know what? I didn't even know it's because I made a couple of videos on here. There you go, sorted. You're the first person to say anything. Wally Bar's my woodworking channel, if you didn't know. Arsenic. No, it wasn't arsenic. Wasn't that something else? There's probably arsenic in it as well, though. You get arsenic out of cherry seeds, cherry pips. Yeah, like Freebie says Jasper. Yeah, I've got some other people in contact. Some people obviously don't want nothing to do with because they're just obviously crap. Why send me something else I'm not going to use or need, or it's totally irrelevant to the channel? I just said no, thank you. Go away. Don't want to know. If it's something practical, something I can use, and something that I can not just use in one video, I can use it in future videos, so it can help me make stuff that I can actually use in my videos, if it makes any sense. There's a big problem with honesty around here. We had it with this government, didn't we? Too much dishonesty. I'm sick of it. I'm so adamant now that I'm not going to lie, and I'm just not going to do it. It's not worth it. It's not worth it. You've got to have something with morals, haven't you? And it's we're all being lied to all the flipping time now, and it's painful. These people expect us to believe everything that they say. But it would be, well, Rishi Sunak, for instance. Look into my eyes, not around my eyes, but into my eyes, you know, and believe everything I say. Oh, they're the bollocks. Enough of it. Really, I was just sick and tired of it. And somewhere I'm quite glad I sort of calmed down a little bit on the videos a little bit, because it was getting me down. It was getting me down. Because it's just constant negativity. And obviously with the war in Ukraine and stuff like that, you don't get the airtime anyway, because... Oh, and obviously, you know, especially Gaza at the moment, there's only so much airtime, so much space for YouTube. So everything becomes dissolved, it becomes diluted. Ammonia! No, it wasn't ammonia. It does begin with A, but it's not ammonia. There might be ammonia in it, there might be arsenic in it, but it's that wasn't the one I was thinking of. Oh, God's sake. It's in a lot of dyes as well. Chemicals in dyes. I'll have a look now. Oh, my giddy aunt. Have a look. Chemicals. Dyes. Toxic. No, not that one. Not that one. Not that one. Trimethine, no. Oh, crikey. Theazine. Oh, not that one either. Oh, crikey. I'll come to it. Oh, chromium. That's something. It wasn't that one, though. Mercury. There wasn't that one either. God. I had a customer who had mercury poisoning, and it was the mercury leaking out of the amalgam from the teeth fillings. It was fillings and that, and it was starting to seep into his bloodstream. God, he got so ill. No, I can't find it. Oh, crikey. It's quite a common chemical. What about toxic chemicals? Alchemine, or something like that. That's definitely not ammonia. Has anyone said it yet? No one said it yet. Oh dear. Alright, eyes are getting very heavy. Look into my eyes. Your eyes are very heavy. Your eyes are lined with lead. Probably. Alchemy. Oh, crikey. Not ammonia, no. No, not formaldehyde. Oh, now it's getting to me now. Not chlorobenzene. Carcinogens. Well, carcinogens are cancer-causing chemicals. No, I can't find it. Blimey. Maybe they don't use it anymore. I think that was the lead. Alkaline? No, it wasn't alkaline. Alkaline or something. It was Oh, it's frustrating me now. Oh, you know when you get something, and it kind of gets to you a bit. All right, here we go. Okay, peeps, I've been up for more than 27 hours. I'll cry. You go to bed, mate. You take care. Thanks a lot, Mad Monk. Be good. Amalgam fillings. Yeah, they're all for those things are. That's what the because they've got mercury in them, and they can leak. No, it was acetone. That'll dissolve you. That will. Antinomy. No, I don't think it's that. Paper inks, entire panoply can be in it, and just one from lead to other more exotic. Amalgam fillings for teeth, mercury mixed with other metals. Yeah, it's okay once it's stable, but it can after a while start leaking. Ugh. Alright, let's get Duracell batteries so you never stop. Well, I'm plugged into the mains, mate. Don't got to worry about that. Yeah. A place I went to in London last time we were there had fish and chips served in printed butcher paper to look like newspaper. And it was 48 quid. Whoa! Oh, for two. Yeah, that's pretty expensive for fish and chips. Blimey. Still served in paper. Zona. I think that's it. Acrylamide. I think that's one. I think Zona got it. Acrylamide. I don't know if it's still used or not. No, let's have that. Let's see. It's pretty darn toxic. Dyes. That's the stuff, yeah. Used for sewage and waste treatment and to make dyes and adhesives. Toxic, irritating to the skin, eyes, and produce toxic oxides of nitrogen when burned. Yeah, it doesn't sound like very good stuff. No. That's toxic. What is it? Why do we eat poison and we wear poison? Then we expect to live a long and healthy life. What is that all about? It's like formaldehydes, you know. It's like we live in properties, maybe not in this house so much, but although there's plenty of plastics around here. We live in houses that are full of a variety of different plastics, as in resins and what have you, that happen to have formaldehydes in, which effectively gives up a gas, and the gas is a carcinogen. Formica, for instance, contains it. Steady, isn't it, really? Okay, let's have a look. Just Google chemical that leads to banning of newspaper. For chip paper. In 2018, the Department of Food Safety has issued an order prohibiting storage and distribution of food cell articles packed in newspapers. Is that food safety? Oh, that was that was India. I got the wrong one. Let's go to UK. That might be a good idea. Right. I've got PFAs in the UK. I've got your PFAs, the polyfluoroalkyls. Fresh bans on forever chemicals. Okay, what's got food banning? Lead to banning in this paper. Food wrapping. Talks PFAs. A lot of PFAs come up here. Fish chip. Alright, chip paper. When the British wrapped their fish and chips in newspapers. When was that? That was banned in the 80s, that was. They found that the toxic chemicals leach into the food. The practice was ruled as unsafe, was banned in the 80s. But what exactly was it, though? What was the chemical? Probably lead. The conspiracy theory is that they then give you cones, which don't get as many chips in. Doesn't say in that article. What is the toxic chemical? No, I've got ChatGPT coming up now. Don't need ChatGPT. Oh, crikey, everything's AI now, isn't it? You can't get away from the blooming thing. Right, so, used to smell formaldehyde every morning at the morgue in uni. Oh, God, embalming. Oh, you know, I bet they do a lot of embalming now. I didn't realise how long they wait on the old slab now, the bodies, before they get buried or incinerated. No, especially during the pandemic when the undertakers were so flipping busy, they couldn't actually, a bit of a backlog. You can't just leave them down the back, can you? They can smell after a bit. Yeah, horrible. I watched a family burnt lots of pallet wood in their front garden last week. Don't do that. And lots of kids happily crowding around the oil barrel, free from formaldehyde for all. Oh, the pallets used to be, oh crikey, what's the chemical now? It isn't actually that bad. The chemical itself is lethal. It's used as a pesticide in, oh, take care, Daddy Blase, be good. Used to be used, you know, you hear me, as a pesticide. To treat the pallets and what have you, because obviously transportation of pallets from place to place to place to place, country to country to country, you know, either what we transporting bugs to you, insects from place to place. So the chemicals that used to be used were highly toxic, but they evaporate in the air after a while, so they kind of become, it becomes inert after a while. It doesn't, yeah. So, but formaldehydes, you see, if you've got the EPA pallets, they're high pressure, they're done under steam, high pressure treated with steam, not chemicals. That's the European pallets. I can't remember what they're called now. Probably the Pallet Association or something. European Pallet Association or something like that. Hello, Andrew Evans. I hope you're well. Off the bed, arms are good. Okay, take care, my friend. Be good. And Night Daily Blase. A trike is pretty nasty. Trichloroethylene. Trichloroethylene. Blimey. I watched a family, but loads of... What's that thing they do in Northern Ireland where they burn all those pallets? They create that tower of pallets. Oh, I absolutely makes me so angry when I see that. For a start, why can't we do something with them instead of just burning them? Pallet. Okay, some pallet wood projects are pretty crap. Okay, but some of them are pretty good. You can make really cool stuff out of pallets. You really can. If you like splinters. Pallets are heat treated. Oh, heat treated. That's it. Heat treated now. Because of the stink bug which came from China. Yes, we do have a lot of stink bugs here in France as well. And if you think about the stink bug as by name, if you upset them, they'll squirt a stink at you. Yeah, they're like a skunk. Casper Northern, hello there, my friend. I hope you're well. I think there's an EU thing. The led to the ban. I seem to remember who are about it. Well, it's like anything at the moment. We've got this thing at the moment where all the farmers are going around turning the signs, the village signs, the town signs upside down, because they're not happy because of the ban on glyphosate, the weed killer. Oh, Bidge! I didn't see you there, mate. I hope you're well. Who's off to bed? Take care. Be good. Mela says, Allshorts, hard work doesn't give rewards straight away. Never give up the faith, Mark. Stay at least do. Yeah, I'll keep doing it. I'm not going to give it up, and I'll carry on doing it. But I can't put as much time into it as I used to. I just can't. It'll just take over my life, literally. And I was working all hours God send doing this channel. And you say hard work doesn't give rewards straight away, but the fact of the matter is, I've been doing it for like 3 years. This channel. But what point do I say enough is enough? It's not going anywhere. It literally is not going anywhere. I lose more subscribers than I gain. And it's I know it's a bit at the moment, but the views do matter and you need subscribers as well. But yeah, it's doing shit. It really is doing shit. So I have to put my efforts out elsewhere, so I'm spreading myself between multiple channels at the moment. That's what I'm trying to do. Hopefully they can help fund it, because at the end of the day I really cannot make ends meet. So it's quite difficult. So and I'm not used to it. It used to be, quite flush-ish. But not now. No, definitely not. Especially I started this flipping Allshorts channel. That's all you told me, don't earn money, you see. So there you go, that's life on that. Done that again. Done that, damn come. You leave pallets for a while before I cut them up to burn them. Lucky I'm lazy, and that always happens. Yeah. Well, the chemical that the old pallets used to use, that just doesn't stay in the pallet for long. It disperses. Pallets are heat treated. Yes. I love the smell of fresh coffee in the morning. Me too. I do love coffee. We burn lots of stuff on bonfire night all over the mainland too. Usually a bit more safely in smaller ones than in those ones in Northern Ireland. Those tall towers, they look lethal. The UK still uses Roundup to kill and dry wheat before harvest. There's actually there's a sensible reason for it though. Don't get me wrong, nobody wants anything like that, but there's a virus or bacteria or whatever that will grow in wheat. It goes mouldy basically, and it grows in wheat, and it's highly toxic to humans. And the problem with wheat, especially when you have a climate they've got in the UK, the farmers can't guarantee that the wheat is all going to die at the same time, ready for harvest. So they could end up with some wheat there that's still too green, not 100% ready. So what they do is they kill it off, and then with the glyphosate, so it all goes brown. That's kind of what they do, and then it should be okay. Glyphosate is also used in the potato crops, and we're talking about glyphosate GL 360, which is the Roundup pesticide, and it's also used in potatoes. But basically, what it is pretty much the same thing. So you can harvest the potato crop easier because hasn't got a green top. So you kill off the top, and then the whole lot's then ready for harvesting, and you can lift your potatoes. The problem with that is the actual pesticide can actually go into the tuber, into potato, so it can contain it. Now there's actually a study, I think I found an article earlier today regarding baby food, in fact, which is a bit frightening. Where did I see that? Not that one. Is it up here somewhere? Not that. Not that. Right. Nope. Where did I read that? No, anyway, there was some case where they found that a lot of baby food contained dangerous levels of pesticides in it. In baby food, it's just like pureed fruit and stuff. But obviously, this stuff's been put onto the veg and fruit in the first place. And if you're talking about neonics, what have you, it's pretty horrendous. So, anyway, it's 6:12 here. I might clock off in a moment. I'll try and find that article. But yeah, they found pesticides in baby food, which is a bit concerning. What pesticide are babies, do we? Mellow says, Allshorts, I was wrong. Now I've found a UB40 song, Red Wine. Dedicated it to you, Marcus. Oh, thank you very much for the dedication. You're going to sing it as well. I have several pallets and finally figured out what to do with them. I need to sort each one in half, and then they'll be perfect. Oh, we can make them into like a sofa, maybe? Outside seating area. It's quite a common thing to do. I use quite a few of them to make bird boxes. Ideal for making bird boxes. Yeah, bird houses. And what I tend to do, instead of taking the nails out, I just run the saw between the pallets, so end up with loads of boards that long. It's ideal. Then see. Oh, it's a fungus. That's it. It's a fungus. You're right, Vicky Lee. Sorry. Yes, it is a fungus. It's not. Yeah, it's not a virus. It's just off the top of my head. Sorry. Yeah. There's a fungus that you get in the wheat, and it's quite toxic to humans. So they can harvest all the wheat at the same time. They weed kill it, so it all dies back. Thank you. Got me right. Oh, it's great for making LSD. Well, I don't know. Never tried the stuff. So the UK still use Roundup, yeah. There's a lot of controversy about it. There's new studies saying that it isn't what they thought it was. It's not that dangerous like we were told it is. There's a lot of claims already been paid on those, so I don't know how that would work if it all went kind of petong regarding, it's like, the Roundup was fine, you could use it, not a problem. There'd be lots of people who say, oh, hang on. Or company who say, oh, I want my money back. We burn lots of stuff on the bonfire night. Oh, did that already? Well, I've had pallets come from all sorts of places, because I'll use pallet wood if I can. And wood burners that have been built in places like Brazil and places like that, you might occasionally get a bit of Purple Heart in your pallet, which I'm quite happy to receive, which is basically a purple timber. So it's one of the, I think it's an ironwood actually. It's extremely hard wood. It's not as hard as Green Heart, but Green Heart's one of them timbers that would be used in the old lock sills. The old locks with the canals, what have you. And you use Green Heart because it's one of them woods that sink. You put the water in it, it literally sinks. So it's no ideal, and it doesn't rot at all. It's just crazy stuff. one of the ironwoods. Oh, the ginger say. What did Ginger say? Oh, we're curious about her. Is she making a sofa? You chop one in half that way, and then one that, and then join it like that sort of thing. No, a garden seat maybe. I had an attic hole put in my ceiling, but I need something to lay across the beams. Ah, the pallets. Oh, I see. 3 months ago, while sawing wood, I cut my fingernail slightly when I slipped, and it went through my gloves. That bit of nail that just reached the top of my finger, and it's threatening to fall off. Oh, pesky. I'm always hitting myself, I'm always cutting myself, and I'm always covering myself in glue. PU glue in this case. So, hazards of the job. I can't wear gloves for a lot of the stuff that I do, because I've got carpal tunnel, I'm not very dexterous in my hands anymore. So, Caroline will tell you. Oops. Yep, I need to go as well. What's it? Some put on it. Ergon. No. Yep, I'm absolutely shatty. So, I'm going to say toodaloo, or ta-ta, and say thank you very much for coming tonight, and hopefully it makes me videos tomorrow. I ain't going to wing it, though. I'm going to wing it. So if something basically comes up that I'm interested in and I want to do a video about, I will. Otherwise I won't leave until the following day until something is. Or I might find something obscure. I don't know, we'll see. So, anyway, thanks for coming and that, and have a lovely week. What can I leave you with? Oh, I wonder. Right, okay, where are we? Oh. Eeny, meeny, miny, mo. Right, oh, God, I ain't done him for a while. Actually, I'll tell you what, I'll ask you a question. Where's my Allshorts gone? It's disappeared. There's Allshorts up there a minute ago, it's gone. I suppressed it. Anyway, I'll ask you a question. Are we getting a lot of comments on my other channel? Oh, look, there's a Carpenter Jack Black. I get that one. Okay, Jack Black, I get that one. I've had Robbie Williams. Yeah, right. I've had, who's I have? Oh, Elton John. How am I like Elton John? Shmee out of, oh, the crocodile. Oh, what else was that? It's Peter Pan, and Shmee, Elton John, Robbie Williams, and Jack Black. I get the Jack Black one. I've had that so many times in the past, so it must be something in it. When I was skinnier, I have heard the Robbie Williams one, but now Elton John. Is it because I'm fat? Maybe. Reg. Toodle Pip. Toodle Pip says so in a Toodle Pip. Take care, everyone. You be good, everyone. Right. Oh, what can I leave you? Right. Eeny, meeny, miny, mo. Oh, I ain't done that for a while. How about that for now? Toodaloo.
It's like walking through Hampton Court Maze blindfold, being turned around 16 times and trying to find your way out. I don't think people in Britain were told the truth to start with. Don't think they knew exactly what they were voting for. They were promised something that was completely ridiculous and it wasn't economically viable. And then it's gotten so complicated now that I just don't know what's going on.
She packed my bags last night.
I don't know why that was there. Why was that there? Oh, I don't know. Well, There's always that.
Great news. I'm getting my own TV show with GB News to talk politics in a pint.
I was just having a look at the rules that Ofcom has.
This is the type of format I've been taking around Wales for the last couple of years.
How and why and when politicians can work as interviewers.
Engaging with people.
No politician may be used as an interviewer or a reporter in any news programmes.
So they can talk about politics over a pint.
I believe that's on a news programme.
Well, I take your point, GB News, is hardly a news channel by any normal standards, but I think they would see themselves as a news channel.
So if you want to tune in to Freeview 236 and see Andrew R.T. Davis on GB News, it's coming to you soon.
May that filthy piece of toe rag.
Well, good evening. I mean, the bit about do constituents care about it, I spent yesterday morning touring the streets of East Northamptonshire.
Hello, sir, and why are you here today?
I'm here to protest, right, because I'm going on a march because I want Britain to be back British. I want Britain to be back British. We've got interracial law, and the Muslimic infidel, they're trying to get their law over our country, and it is happening. It's happening in other countries. Everything, it's happening in every country. It's like you've got the Iraqi law that they put down in London, like we're more or less near London today, but they're trying to put the Iraqi law down on London. They're just trying to put their law down on us, and we can't stand for that.
Which Iraqi law is this?
It's the Muslimic law. They've got their law. Obviously, it's their law, isn't it?
What we wanted was to end the free movement of people. As far as Great Britain goes, we exceeded in all those things.
In 2019, there was three things that won us the election. It was nothing to do with me. It was Brexit, it was Boris, it was Corbyn. And it was as simple as that. Those three things together was a great campaign. Great ingredients. At the next election, we haven't got those three things. So we're going to have to think of something else. It'll probably be a mixture of culture wars and trans debate. And
reduced to a question like, can a woman have a penis?
And culture wars and trans debate. And
build bridges, not walls.
The big thing in
By the way, I've been wondering what that special place in hell looks like for those who promoted Brexit without even a sketch of a plan how to carry it safely. Thank you.
Toodaloo.